All right. What's up, peeps? Welcome in. Welcome into the Great Nimbus Debates podcast, where we debate all things Dragon Ball up in here. So hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into it.
Made sense. That was probably around the time of the Tournament of Power. But I remember when the game first came out, I was on that for sure.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. So, first and foremost, we'll start with the introductions. What's up, Charm City? Welcome in. So, I am SquallRush, the gamer, anime nerd, and the podcaster. I got the Linktree /SquallRush. And I got the Linktree backup accounts for like all the backup YouTube accounts and a backup TikTok account just in case I say something too bad on TikTok or some shit and they ban me for a week. Let's see. I don't really have any new announcements. I guess I got a new Sparking Zero Reverse Nuzlocke with DT Dub video coming out this week per usual. And that's pretty much it on my end. Let's see. Intro question will be least favorite. Actually, nah. I don't think Artie will be able to answer that question. All right, what color power-up aura would you have if you had an aura color? Mine would definitely be red. Let's see. From my point of view, Logan, Brock, Artie, and then Hunter last. And then so like Artie, the questions are like plug your socials if you have some sort of content creation, but if not, don't worry about it. Just like state your name, plug your socials. Let's see what's left. Any announcements if you got any like content creation announcements, and then the last one's what color aura would you have? All right, go ahead, Logan.
How's it going, guys? Name's Logan. You can find me over at YouTube at GUZXmen _ Florida, or just FL because that's what it's abbreviated to. I don't really have any like content coming out, and actually no, I still have to upload my Daima reactions. So if you guys want to go check that out, what up, Seven Ninja?
Oh shit.
So with it, yeah, just go find me over there at YouTube or Twitter or whatever you type that name in, you'll probably find me. For my aura color, geez, that's hard. I would probably have to say, what's Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's aura color? Is it like an orange with?
I think it's still
lightning?
yellow.
It's still yellow.
Like
see, I don't like the fact that they did the yellow aura with Super Saiyan 4. I wish it was like red with lightning.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my aura's got to have lightning now.
Okay.
Like some Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3 lightning.
Yeah, that lightning is an awesome touch, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it so fire? But yeah, probably red with lightning.
Okay, that'd be sick. Sick as fuck. All right, Brockstrap, take it away.
Brockstrap55, anywhere you can find me. I'm typically on Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, and sometimes Twitch. Doing a lot of Pokemon stuff. Some Dragon Ball streaming on my Dokkan Battle account. And then on Thursdays, not this Thursday, but most Thursday, we have a Pokemon Soul Link challenge going on live on SquallRush's channel. So make sure to go check us out there. I'm echoing. I think I like Broly's green color. I like that a lot. I think I would probably go with that.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one, man.
All right, Seven Ninja. It looks like since you're in, like you're kind of after Brock now. you know the vibes. But intro questions: what color aura would you have?
Okay. Well, hey guys, it's 7Ninja7. You can find me at GameJoe, MeWe, and Rumble. Should lead you all back to my Rumble channel. I'm a ninja connoisseur, anime connoisseur, that kind of stuff. You'll usually find me doing stuff like that. Regardless, aura color.
For you guys too?
No, I hear him.
That's great.
Okay, I'll even come back. But aura color is going to be purple.
Purple. Ooh.
Purple's good, yeah.
Mace Windu.
All right, Artie.
Totally took mine.
Okay, I'm Artemisia, aka King Uiska. I don't really have any other socials. I used to stream, so maybe in the future I will, but I feel like my aura color would be purple. I don't even like purple, but I just feel like it would be purple. Maybe with like some glitter or some shit.
Girly.
Yeah, Artie would probably do purple with those little dots from Mastered Ultra Instinct. Oh no, not Mastered. The black hair Ultra Instinct. Remember those little dots?
Oh no, you're just talking about Omen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Okay. All right, take it away, Cold Sauce.
Yeah, we always saving the best for last around here. Y'all know who it is. Secret Cold Sauce. You can find me in your girlfriend's bed. That's about it. You ain't gonna find me nowhere else unless you see me on the news when the cops start knocking on my door. But yeah, my favorite aura color, I've been saying this since I started making fan fictions way back in middle school about 15 years ago. This has nothing to do with old school Vegeta or the destruction gods or none of that. I've always said purple. It's always been my color. A lot of it has to do with the fact that when I was in middle school, we started learning about like Greek mythology. A lot of the royalty, they would wear purple because it was like the most expensive dye to find. And the more I saw it, the more I liked it. And it kind of aggravates me that Frieza's aura color is also purple. But yeah, I'm definitely going with purple.
True.
I like it.
I also like Kaioken Blue, Goku's aura, where it's like a mixture between red and blue.
Okay.
I love that one too.
Yeah.
That one's good.
Not bad.
Yeah, you know what happens when you mix red and blue?
Purple.
Yeah.
It'd be sick if they did like Kaioken Blue with like streaks of red kind of mixing around.
Right.
It really was like the Kaioken aura first, and then the blue on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I do know what you mean.
Actually, since Logan went ahead and put lightning in his aura, I'm gonna put some yellow lightning in my purple aura. I'm putting LSU vibes on this aura.
Okay.
I like it.
Alrighty, well that's the intro. Make sure y'all hit them with some follows and subs, and we'll get into the first segment now.
Yeah, Philly, but I lived in Michigan most of my life, and now I'm in Texas.
Oh, word.
Alrighty.
I've been in the same city all 23 years of my life, so that's what it is. Florida, baby.
Alright, welcome back, everyone. So, this topic, I asked you guys if we went over it before, and you guys said we did, but I don't think we did. This one I've been saving for Artie. What is the worst L of the Cell Saga? Since Hunter went last, he'll go first this time. And like, if you guys know the Cell Saga, it was full of blunder after blunder, like idiocracy after idiocracy. So we'll go around around the table, and everyone give their what they think is the worst L of the Cell Saga. And start with Hunter first this time.
All right, so just a clarification, when you say Cell Saga, we're not including like the Android arc and stuff right before.
Let's see. Yeah, you could include the Android Saga right
Yeah.
before. I kind of count it all together.
Okay. So, like, right quick, if we are gonna include that, Yamcha versus Dr. Gero was extremely pitiful. But I absolutely love watching the beatdown between Super Vegeta and Semi-Perfect Cell. I mean, he absolutely humiliated him. And then the last quick shout out is Android 19, that fat fuck, versus Vegeta.
Wait, no. L as in like, Vegeta allowing Cell to become perfect.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Something like the idiocracy of the Android and Cell saga.
So dumbest moment.
Yeah, what was the dumbest moment?
Okay, easily the dumbest moment was, and I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. I know this is gonna hurt Squall the most, you poor little heart. But Goku giving Cell the fucking sensu bean against his 11-year-old son. Yeah, that shit was dumb all the way around. Morally dumb, physically dumb, strategically dumb. There was nothing about that was like, yeah, I can see it. I can see it. It was just stupid all the way around.
Okay. Alright, Artemisia, what do you got?
I feel like this is a basic answer, but like that Mr. Satan bullshit and like his little crew, that shit was just dumb. Every time they came on screen, I'm like, these bitches again. They just wasted so much time messing with Cell. That's like my...
Like with the camera crew? Like when they showed up
yes.
to the Cell guy?
Yes. I was getting tired of seeing them, to be honest.
Alright, Seven Ninja, what do you got?
I mean, listen. When pride gets in the way, and his name is Vegeta, alright? When he got dog walked by Cell after letting him get, what was it, 18?
Mm-hmm.
That has got to be the worst. That's worse than Krillin failing, okay? That's worse than Krillin failing, okay? That's worse. Because he...
Yeah, I can justify Krillin's.
At least he wasn't absorbed at that point. But Vegeta, let you get your power. Like, come on now. That's the dumbest thing. His name is Vegeta, and he's prideful. Okay.
Alright, Brock.
I
You're
remember
No, you're not muted.
I remember a detonation that didn't happen because somebody didn't destroy a remote detonator because he had the hots for the lady he might have exploded. Pretty big L. You can say all you want about Vegeta letting Cell go and absorb Android 18, but there wouldn't have been an Android 18 to absorb had Krillin done his part. So, biggest L, the first big L would be Krillin. I get it. I understand, but that was it, man.
Alright, Logan, what you got?
For me, especially with how the story continues through the next arc, I'm gonna have to say Gohan getting cocky against Cell. My reasons being, well, she's here, but as we all know, next arc something similar happens, and it costs him, something grave, whether it's his father dying, if Gohan, just would have got the job done, Goku wouldn't have to die. Also, Trunks died. I think they just brought him back with the Dragon Balls, but he did die. So at that moment in time where, Goku sacrificed himself, that's what we know. Also, lore-wise, like seeing like how he didn't learn from his mistakes, I think kind of makes this a really big L. You can argue, as everyone else did, you can argue Vegeta or like Krillin. Krillin, I would have to give him a little leniency because at this point in time, the androids have done nothing. They're kind of innocent, to be honest. At least 1920 and or 1819. Or jeez.
17 and 18.
I'm getting a little echo here, like a little feedback. But 17, 18, and 16 are pretty innocent up until that point. I feel like it's kind of within Krillin's character, and just kind of like how they were brought up and raised by Roshi, like not really supposed to like kill innocent people, just here to help and all that, and also to eat, sleep well or whatever. For Vegeta, yeah, that's just all pride, but that was just kind of in his character to do so. But I would have to say Gohan with how the story continues.
All right. So
I did want to bring up one that I completely forgot about.
Oh, go for it.
And that is when Goku got hit by the heart virus because he forgot to take his medicine.
Oh yeah, that was huge, L. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, stupid.
That was a dumb one.
Yeah, they were
like
great
you
flavor.
said, Vegeta's name is Pride. Goku's name is fucking retard. That was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I think I read online that he can only take the medicine once it hits him, but he should have definitely had it with him at all times just in case. So that was dumb.
Yeah, like if he knew what was gonna happen. I mean, like he's obviously kind of forgetful. Like we've seen this, but like, come on, guy. Come on, my man.
So my biggest one, I'm gonna have to agree with Brock. I did a full-on video about this on YouTube and Rumble. At Krillin being so down bad for Android 18, he destroyed the remote. Bro was the biggest SIMP I've ever seen, bro, for this. Like, first of all, there was a filler arc before this for the Garlic Jr. arc where he actually dated Marin. Like, he had another baddie. Like, there's no way he was like that down bad for a chick that he had to freaking like just destroy the remote, And let's say if you take the filler arc even out, all right, fine. Like, why destroy the remote? Like hold on to that damn thing just in case. Like if shit hits the fan, don't destroy the damn thing. Like fine, like let her live, but just hold on to it. Be smart about it. And then on top of that, we got Dragon Balls. Like if he's really that desperate for a girlfriend, like. Bulma wanted in the first Dragon Ball season. She wanted the Dragon Balls to wish for her boyfriend, and Yamcha wanted the Dragon Balls so he can talk to girls. Like Krillin can use the Dragon Balls to ask for a girlfriend, wish for some height or for some Riz. Any one of these, Like what? Why is he being such an idiot about this whole thing? And I had another reason, but it completely escaped my head. I think Brockstrap, you had something. I think he's talking to his
Ninja.
That was Ninja. Okay.
Well, did we both have one?
What? I wasn't one hit fire.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
Brock.
No, I definitely did. So it was. Okay. I don't think it was him being just down bad. It might have been the heaviness of actually taking life of an innocent. Because at that point, I'm not sure 18 had done anything evil yet, and
oh, they didn't even mention it in Team 4-Star.
Right, so like I don't know if it was just him not wanting to take a life of so far innocent person at the same time. Like okay, he might have been down bad, right? But I think that was like a little column A, little column B. So just for it to be solely that, I think would be inaccurate, but
I think Logan had something.
Oh yeah, I would like to argue that the Senzu Bean did nothing, considering Cell already has regeneration and infinite energy by having both what the androids have and Piccolo's DNA. I mean, my brother in Christ, like he survived the instant transmission Kamehameha wave that blew up his top half. I don't think the Senzu Bean's gonna do anything. You could argue Zenkai boost, but that's not in there. So.
Well, even with Piccolo's regeneration, he still loses stamina to that degree. But coupled with maybe the androids, I can see that argument.
Or coupled with sand cells.
Also, I think he also has Frieza DNA too. So considering like Frieza was able to survive being cut in half, planet Namek blowing up in his face, and space, I think that coupled with Piccolo's DNA, I think he's gonna have some nasty like durability / regeneration.
Hunter, I think you had something.
I mean, we've seen that. Yeah, no, I was gonna just like let it. I was just gonna let it ride whenever it was just Brockstrap saying it, but when two people brought that up, I'm willing to challenge it because I don't think it was as dumb as y'all are making it out to be perfectly honest.
All right.
I mean, for one, we're all fighters here in this show. The Z Warriors, that's what they are. They're warriors, and you know, other than what Brockstrap said about they haven't actually killed anyone yet. They haven't like really done anything. So yeah, Krillin kind of would have been taking an innocent life, but also even though that happened before Vegeta whooped up on Semi-Perfect Cell, like we didn't exactly have any reason to believe that Cell would have been this undefeatable thing whenever we've always defeated undefeatable things.
So on that
him
note,
not blowing up 18, it's like why? It goes back to what Brock was saying. Why would I kill this innocent person just because we might lose a fight whenever we've always almost lost our fights?
when did we know that Cell was absorbing people at the time the detonation was made?
Cell was.
I think so.
He had absorbed a bunch of people to become Imperfect
knowing,
Cell, and he had absorbed Android 17 already.
So knowing that he already absorbed one with that power increase from that point, knowing that the second one would be about just as much, if we were to follow that line of logic, then it becomes kind of that train problem, right? Do we switch the track for 4 people, or do we switch the track for 1 people? You would think the one, even though it sucks, like the one person is still only one person versus 4. So with the logic that we have a detonation, right? We're going to assume Cell becomes that much stronger, and eventually all the potential in the world to have all humanity wiped out. If you could stop it right there with one press of the button, I think that's not necessarily the worst choice to make.
Well, and I can counter that as well. And Logan backed me up on this. We can sense Cell's energy. We all remember Vegeta freaking out when Cell started powering up because he could sense it. Krillin can also sense energy, and Vegeta had already come out of the time chamber. So there's no reason for me to believe that Krillin wasn't able to sense Vegeta and sense Cell and go, oh yeah, we fucking got this. Before that
I guess
remote
that
was
argument
destroyed.
could be made. You're right. I won't dispute that.
Hold on. You're talking about Vegeta here. Krillin does not trust Vegeta.
Yet.
Trunks was almost as strong as Vegeta, and Vegeta admitted that.
But Trunks
came back because of all this.
But Trunks was tripping when he saw that Vegeta was about to let Cell go after Android 18. He was like, no, bro. Like, we can't let this happen. And then, like, Vegeta tried to stop him. He was like, all right, Dad, I'm going to kill you too then if you get in my way. And he's like, you won't do it. And then he got blasted.
The remote was already destroyed.
All right. I got a question for Artie. Artie, you since you've seen the Cell Saga just recently, do you remember all of Krillin's flashbacks he was having when he was about to destroy the remote?
Not really. Like,
let me jog your memory a little bit. All this guy was thinking about was Android 18 kissing him. It's just nothing but Android 18 and that kiss on the cheek. That's all he was thinking about. This boy was the biggest SIMP I've ever met, bro. He was straight up down bad just off that one kiss. No dialogue, one singular kiss is all that stopped him from destroying the remote. That's the worst L to me.
Well, look, if you wanna say that we didn't know that Vegeta and Trunks could have beat Semi-Perfect Cell, you can even look at it like this: whether he is stronger than us at Semi-Perfect Cell, and it doesn't matter whether or not he absorbs 18 or not. If we're gonna lose anyway, I might as well go for the gamble, because we're just gonna lose regardless, or I might get a fine bitch who likes me for who I am and digs short dudes.
All right, I got a question for you, then, Hunter. You remember all those memes and videos on TikTok and Instagram? PS5 or this girl? PS5 or me? And everyone was picking the PS5 over the girl.
And they're retarded. I was picking the girls every time. Every one of them girls. I was picking meth heads for those challenges.
All right. If you pick, but okay.
I mean, to be fair, the girls aren't like solar system busters. You know what I'm saying? With
Yeah.
infinite energy.
Doesn't
Like,
matter.
we're
That's-
out there trying to
look.
find that guy.
The fight is gonna last about 30 episodes, okay? Krillin could have been banging that bitch for about 4 rounds before the earth would have blown up. All right? I think he made the right choice.
So, let me get this straight. Okay, I'll kind of give you a pass on the girl over the PS5, but you're seriously choosing the fate of the world over Android 18?
It's like the fate of the world.
Absolutely.
This is Hunter, bro. We're talking about.
Man, it's like the fate of the
Give
world.
a
though, is
fuck about
also-
the world?
It wasn't only in Krillin's hands. It was also in Vegeta's and Goku's and Gohan's. So I think with Krillin obviously like being like quite a good person, seeing that he's able to. Has he ever been able to ride Nimbus?
No, I don't think he could
Really?
ride the Nimbus. At the beginning, at least, he
I
wasn't
didn't
able
judge
to.
him.
okay.
He was an asshole in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At the beginning, anyway.
but he also was like 11 years old, so it is what it
Yeah,
is.
who wasn't an asshole back then?
Exactly.
He's-
But Krillin for the most part is a good person, and I think with like they the androids are innocent at this point in time. That you can't just take innocent life, and also the fact that it's not only in his hands. I think what he did was the right thing to do morally. Was it objectively? That's debatable. But I think it was also more in the lines of Vegeta and Trunks' hand at that point in time. It's obviously like, yeah, you could say, okay, if he destroyed the remote, there would be no android to, do that. But at the same time, it could also be, okay, he destroyed the remote and Vegeta and Trunks killed fucking Cell. So.
All right, I'll take your guys as he was a good person. That's why he didn't take her out.
Like if a girl like Android 18 came walking around and some guy said, yeah, I implanted a bomb into her, like, get that shit out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you guys. He's a good guy, but at least don't destroy the remote. Then that point still stands to me. Like,
Yeah, no, I still would have kept it, because like obviously if I'm hearing about these androids and how they took over the world and shit, 10 years down the line, I'd probably keep the remote on me just for safekeeping.
yeah, to me that was
I
at
don't think
least
he had a
keep,
choice.
at least keep the
I don't
remote.
think he had a choice at the moment.
Oh, go ahead, 7 Ninja.
I don't think he had a choice in that moment. Think about it. Let's say he decided to keep the remote. Android 18 could have just killed him right there. So it was either he presses it or he destroys.
Well,
Because-
wasn't
Yeah,
she
and he
hiding?
got a wedding
wasn't
ring
she
out of it.
hiding from Cell?
Yes.
She was hiding, but when you come out with a
Yeah.
remote and you're pointing it at 18, she's already
I mean,
afraid.
don't point it at
She knew what the remote was. She recognized
Yeah.
the remote instantly.
Like,
So-
why else would he have a
And
remote?
Cell couldn't sense 18's energy. None of us could sense 18's energy. So that's why he was looking for her and shit. So they could have just took off and like found somewhere to go bang for the next 30 episodes while everybody's getting their ass kicked.
I'm more laughing at the fact.
They would have went out with a big bang.
Oh my god. I'm more laughing at the fact Hunter said none of us could sense Android 18. Like we're part of the Z Warriors or something.
Dude, we were there.
Yeah.
I didn't sense it.
We're on to we just show up out of nowhere.
I did
Yeah,
like
we're
Barely
that.
was there.
I did like
The
that.
Android 18 is actually over there.
All right, Artie, do you have any feedback for anyone's responses? Anything to debate about?
Not really. I mean, I think Krillin's a pretty good guy out of like everybody in Dragon Ball Z. I just think he thought he was doing what was best morally, but it was kind of fucking stupid nevertheless. So, but I actually
being a first lieutenant, if he was one
oh
of
my
your
god.
ranks, you have ordered him to destroy 18.
I mean, oh my gosh, that's a whole different story.
Yeah,
But
go ahead.
I actually gotta hop off.
Alrighty, no
Yeah.
worries. Thanks for
Appreciate you
hopping
having
on.
by.
Appreciate
Yeah, it
it.
was fun talking with you guys.
Oh yeah. Well, if you ever want to
being
hop
here.
back on, you're more than welcome.
Thanks.
She'll be here for the Invincible episode.
Oh,
Yes, for
shit.
sure.
Okay. That'll be lit.
All right, bye guys.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Alright, I kind of wanted to. I kind of wanted to talk about like I think we talked about mine and Brock's enough. Let's go move on to let's see. We can move on to Logan's one. I think Logan's was Gohan being too cocky once he hit Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah. And my reasoning was, okay, now that she's done, like, Gohan didn't learn from that mistake in the Buu saga, and ultimately it costed him, Piccolo, both the boys, and then eventually, it got to the point where they were like, okay, there's a loophole with the Afterlife Goku, we can grant you another life, da-da-da. And then, him and Vegeta had to, for the first time in the series, fight together and ended up fusing, so, that was cool, but I think everything else sucked to the point where Vegeta had to sit there and wait for Buu to absorb Gohan so that he could save, or so that, so that Vegeta can go inside Buu and then recapture everybody. But yeah, I think Gohan fumbled.
Okay. So for the Buu saga, yes, I definitely think that was idiotic. He was acting. I saw one video on that one that like when he got Supreme Kai unlock ability, he became very Vegeta-ish. Like everything he was doing was Vegeta, just arrogance, prideful, like too cocky. But like in the Cell saga specifically, I kind of want to give him a pass because this is the first time we've seen him act like this, and he's like an 11-year-old kid. I agree, it definitely is an L. It's up there with like top done moments, but he's still an 11-year-old kid. He's like, this is like the first time we've ever seen him really get this overwhelming, like not overwhelming power. He's definitely had that in the past, but overwhelming, more top than like the top villain that we've had. So, and then he just toyed and messed around and didn't finish him off, even though he had Goku right there coaching him. Finish him now. Like
Yeah.
he's still like was just like, nah, I got this, like that, like. But I kind of want to just give him the pass for this one time because he's just an 11-year-old kid. He doesn't really know how to handle being like the guy in this situation. That's my
Yeah, and I got you. I see where you're coming from, but I think as just because Dragon Ball Z as a whole is one continuous story. So I think that failure really sets it up for the Buu saga, where it's like, my brother, you didn't learn from your past mistakes. Like, you once again had gotten overwhelming confidence, and you got too cocky, and got his stepfather, and his brother and his pretty much cousin killed. Kind of the same way, Gohan got his dad and Trunks killed. back in the Android saga. And yeah, I understand like he's 11 years old, but it's like, my dad's yelling at me like that. Like, I better listen or get my ass whooped.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I definitely agree with you on the Boo Saga part. That part was definitely a huge blunder. Anyone else got anything on the Gohan SS2?
I mean, there's not much to say. I mean, it was a blunder. I mean, you could probably argue like the Saiyan genes, like they kicked in his rage before, but this time he's just straight up, he's got that Vegeta ego side now. Like that energy is just in him now, and so like he's super powerful. He's done seen his dad disrespect Nappa in the worst of ways. I mean, I see how it happened, but I mean, it's still the biggest blunder we've ever seen out of. Is it?
Out of
Gohan? Absolutely not. No,
Probably.
if we're talking about the whole show, the biggest blunder from Gohan was when he missed the fucking Patara earring. Motherfucker can dodge bullets and shit like that, but can't catch a fucking underhand tossed fucking earring.
Is that when they said his eyesight's bad? Is that what the reason?
No, that was terrible.
I think he was
writing.
in mystic form though, was he not? They explained that like
should have made him way better.
They explained in what superhero that he has bad eyesight like in his base form. But I think like once
until he transforms. So
transforms,
like, if he's in his form, he could be.
So that was just him being a dumbass for sure. The Goku genes had shown themselves there.
But I think Seven Ninja, you were saying, was that his biggest blunder up until the Cell Saga, or were you meant on all of Dragon Ball?
In all of Dragon Ball, that I'm thinking about. Is that his biggest blunder?
I mean, it's about comparable to Boo because I think the same amount of people died.
Yeah.
But I don't know, that Patara, that not being able to catch the Patara was fucking crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Also, you can also argue not training, and then like he tried to power up to Super Saiyan and ROF, and he like nearly ripped his body apart.
Yeah,
that was kind of mid.
Yeah, I think one of if we're counting all of Dragon Ball, like one of Gohan's biggest blunders to me is just not training. Like, as smart as he is, you know something big, like if some big bad villain's gonna come out again sooner or later. Like, you should at least keep up some sort of training. Like,
yeah. He's not as smart, though. I mean, with Videl and Pan, like, it's not quite the same relationship that Goku had with Chi-Chi, along with at least Gohan, because he wasn't really there with Goten, but it's just a different family dynamic too. So
yeah. Unless
I would say to Logan's point that the Gohan in the Boo Saga being overconfident was more of a blunder, because in the Cell Saga this was his first time, so you could say he fucked up and maybe he learned his lesson. But then when we come to the Boo Saga, we find out he did not learn his fucking lesson. Like, he's been in this experience and he still did the same mistake.
Yeah,
I would say that would be a big
I agree.
blunder.
I think the Boo Saga was a worse blunder. I just said that they're comparable. That's why when our last debate thing, I said not like last podcast, but the last thing, I was like, that's why I had said Gohan in the Cell Saga, because it makes that moment in the Boo Saga much more like important, because Gohan didn't learn from his mistakes. So it would be like one thing if he blundered it up, in the Boo Saga, and then like one tap Cell once he turned Super Saiyan 2, that would be like a completely different thing. But because he made the same mistake twice, and then Goku had to come and save the day.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to the mixed Saiyans being like penises. He busted prematurely. He busted prematurely. He just stayed in one position and just went till he finished. He didn't switch positions to get more performance out of it. He just kept where he was comfortable, and he paid the price. He couldn't satisfy the audience.
We're gonna get banned. We're gonna get banned.
It's Blunts. What if mixed Saiyan's powers are like a penis?
Yeah.
He's been spoken a lot.
right.
All right.
Let's move on to Hunter's blunder, the sensu bean to Cell. Who wants to go first on rebuttaling to that?
Oh, I already had made my point earlier.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just he throws a sensu bean to a target like you guys aren't winning the fight. You know, it's like, why would you, even if it's a small bump, why would you give him some kind of refreshment? It just doesn't really make sense. Is it as great as Gohan getting too cocky? No, but it is a question to have. Like, why would you do that?
I'd argue to bring the most out of Gohan, seeing that Super Saiyan 1 Goku wasn't really able to keep all with Cell. So knowing that Cell is more powerful than Goku, that he's able to push Gohan to that limit, and that at that point in time, nobody else is going against Cell, and it's obvious that Gohan is the last hope, and the only future that they can secure is Gohan going Super Saiyan 2. So that's probably why he gave him that.
But which is a gamble. We didn't know he was gonna go Super Saiyan 2. Goku bet all of that on a guy that doesn't even like to fight.
Yeah, because Goku knew.
Yeah, it wasn't a gamble.
We didn't know. We didn't.
Yeah,
but he did.
But that doesn't mean he knew.
Oh,
he didn't see him go Super Saiyan 2 ever.
He can lead a horse to water.
Yeah.
He knew.
He led that horse to water. You know, he gave Cell the sensu bean, and thank God that horse drank. But he drank himself to death because Goku still had to come in and.
The thing about tests, though, right? You're gonna test a younger person. You're gonna test a rookie, right? You would always have someone who can handle the situation should it go out of line. And the thing is that we didn't know if Goku could handle it. Like, there was nothing specifically that stated he could handle it. So in that scenario, Gohan's, thinking he's like super powerful and all that, and then he ends up losing. No, I'm going too far. Gohan, we don't know if Gohan has Super Saiyan 2. Like, he could have ended up dying in that moment. Cell could have been more merciless. We don't know what was going to happen. So having a person like Goku, who should be up that high, but we don't know, it was a dumb decision. Because again, you're talking about putting a rookie. I think there was something recent about two pilots were driving a plane and they were both rookies. Like, you don't put two rookies in the same plane together to fly some passengers.
The situation is different because there is no one to help that rookie. Gohan is the last stand between the Z fighters and Cell at that point in time. And I also saying that Goku wasn't able to get Gohan to that level there, and Cell is more powerful than him. And I think Goku had to, number one, believed in his son, and number two, needed to do what was necessary in order to get Gohan to that level. I still don't think the power or the sensu bean did anything for Cell, like, whatsoever. I think that was just kind of an oopsie by Toriyama because it doesn't make sense. So I don't think Cell did anything noteworthy or gained anything noteworthy. But that's just me. But as for like story wise, I'd say that Goku needed to do whatever was necessary. There was no one left to help Gohan or like to beat Cell. Like none of them were really comparable, and Goku knew it before we did, and that's what led up to that happening.
I definitely agree with that, because in the hyperbolic time chamber, it took everything Goku and Gohan had just for Gohan to reach Super Saiyan 2, just for a glimpse. And so Gohan needed someone stronger, and who's the better choice than Cell? So Cell was the person that could push Gohan into Super Saiyan 2. But the sensu bean thing, like, to me, like, it wasn't really that much of a blunder. It was more of a, like, dude, like, he's being an asshole to Cell, like, trolling him, like, bro, you need this, bro. So Gohan's gonna kick your ass. I've tested your power. Gohan, like, knows how strong you are, so he's gonna be ready for this fight. The blunder to me is just that Goku didn't suspect didn't know that Gohan would be that cocky once he turned Super Saiyan 2. Once he did turn Super Saiyan 2. That was the blender to me out of that situation. Go ahead, Logan.
I also think that in terms of what you were saying, we're like, oh, we didn't know if Cell was going to be like merciful or like merciless. I think like through the battles that Cell did at the Cell games, where and also Cell as a character where he loves to like the competition, like he loves the fight, and like obviously like that he just wouldn't like one shot Gohan. Also knowing, I think there was like a little moment after like Goku said, yeah, Gohan's gonna go against Cell, and Cell was looking at Goku like, what? But then like I think in like a couple minutes he like realized that like, yeah, this isn't like a troll or anything. I think Goku's like, being for real, and like kind of gave Gohan a little bit more respect, but I could be remembering that differently.
All right, Hunter, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, y'all are talking about Goku's faith in Gohan like it's just absolute fact, and it's seriously a gamble. He didn't know that Gohan could have gone Super Saiyan 2, and everything on the line right now. So any kind of power up to the enemy, any help to the enemy. I mean, look, it's like Ninja said earlier. If Cell would have been merciless, if Cell would have came at Gohan like the Cell Juniors came at everybody, we would have lost. The whole thing would have been fucked up. We all would have lost. He would have killed Gohan right away. It wouldn't have. Everybody would have been looking at Goku like, "What's the fucking plan now, asshole? Why'd you give him a sensu bean?" Like it worked out, but that's because the gamble paid off. There was no guarantee that was gonna happen.
So basically this is the same exact thing. Goku throwing Gohan at Cell is the same thing as Piccolo throwing Gohan at the huge rock in early Dragon Ball. Like after they defeated Raditz, Goku's dead, and Piccolo is now Gohan's now under Piccolo's custody, and he's like, look, I seen your power. Like, show me it one more time. Throws him at a rock, and he's like crying. And right before he hits the rock, he charges up, gets angry, and blasts a big, huge beam, destroying the damn thing. Cell is the big, huge rock that he's flying towards. It's gonna come out. No. That power is that anger, that power. Yeah, bro.
It's also like when Father throws his son into the pool.
Gohan would have died against that rock.
Hang on. There's a couple people. Logan first, then Hunter.
Oh, I said it's just like when a father throws his son in the pool, like when he doesn't know how to swim. It's just that little parental shove that they give.
I agree with that.
To get the job done.
All right, go ahead.
Or a good quick example. Like when I was learning how to ride a bike, my dad was like, "Oh yeah, I'm right behind you," and then he wasn't. And then, like, cause I thought he was. That's how I was able to keep my balance and shit. So,
go ahead, Hunter.
I completely forgot, honestly. Oh no, I didn't. Fucking Gohan splattering to death against that rock didn't put the Earth in danger. Nothing was threatening the Earth. That was just Piccolo seeing whether or not this was gonna be a waste of his time. If Gohan can't tap into his power, if it's just a random thing, then there's no reason for him to have it. If he can, okay, let's do something. But there's no threat, there's no fucking, like, we knew the Saiyans were coming and shit, but it's not like it mattered whether or not Gohan was gonna live or die from that. That was never like put all your chips on this.
Seven Ninja, did you have something? I think you were responding earlier. Go ahead.
What I was saying is like what you just said about the father giving his son a small push. That is closer to what Piccolo did with Gohan than Goku sending Gohan to fight Cell. Like at the end of the day, Vegeta was still a thing. I mean, maybe get Vegeta and Goku in the hyperbolic time chamber. They train enough to get Super Saiyan 2, and then after that, we see Vegeta pushing Gohan. Because I can certainly tell you, Vegeta will push Gohan. He expects to see that kind of power out of him. I can certainly see it happening. But the thing is, when the fate of the world's on the line, you don't send in a rookie. Just because objectively, he might have seen a specific power coming out of Gohan. At the end of the day, every time we see Gohan go into some kind of high power, at least in the early Dragon Ball Z, it was always in a matter of rage. And the problem is, until something like that happens, which isn't guaranteed, because he could have just broke down, had a mental breakdown, and just went down right then and there. He could have been super scared. We've seen that before with Gohan. And then he was also being a pacifist. What's up?
We saw it while he was fighting. So he was crying to his dad. Why are you doing this to me?
No, he wasn't.
Everything that we saw out of Gohan said that this is a gamble we should not be taking. Again, if you're going to go with the idea of the father giving you son a push, the father's always there, able to fix the problem should a problem happen. But if your father in this scenario cannot save the planet, if you fail, then it is the father's dumb decision.
All right, go ahead, Logan. I think you had something next.
Oh yeah. So I'd like to say that Vegeta was more than welcome to step up to the plate if at this point in time, especially against Cell, and he didn't. And so then Goku then elected Gohan to do it, and as well as with I think that if your father, I don't even know how to put this into perspective. It's like the same scenario, right? You going against Cell, and your dad understands that you have the power capable. You are the only person in that group and on the Earth even to have the power to capable to defeat Cell. That he would probably give him the sensu bean to motivate you at that time, because obviously I don't think the sensu bean did anything. So I think it was more of a motivational thing. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with the your father pushing you a little bit, because like he even pep talked him a little bit. He was like, look Gohan, like you saw like my power, I was going full out, and you saw his power. Like, did that feel like anything you couldn't handle? And he was like, no. And so he was just like, look, you got this. You go in there and take him out. Like it was like this dude's obviously bigger, but it's like comparable to like a wrestling match or something. Like your son's go out to have his wrestling match and he's scared, but your son's way better than this guy, and you're just like, bro, just go in there, you got this. And then I wanted to kind of respond to Hunter. Like, I agree the stakes were higher between the Piccolo example and the Cell example, the Rock versus Cell, but Gohan was more scared of the Rock as a 4-year-old kid. When he was about to fly into it, he was crying his ass off until he got angry and mad and destroyed the Rock. He was not scared at all when he went into this fight. He was chilling. Like he was ready to go. Like, and he was not scared when Gohan was like he's not scared for his dad when he was fighting Cell. He was more scared for Cell. Like, he had this whole pep talk, not pep talk. He had this whole like monologue with Cell about like his past experiences of when he's let his anger go, and he was like, Cell, I will destroy you if you make me mad. So please don't make me mad. Let's stop this fighting before it's too late. Before I let go of all this. All right, I think Hunter next, then Logan.
All right, I'm going to go back to Ninja's plane analogy, okay? Squall Rush, you hit it big. You hit the lottery, and you are planning a trip on a private jet, and the only route that you can take passes through the Bermuda Triangle. At the same time, me, Ninja, and Logan all go to flight school together and graduate together. On one of these private jets, the pilots are me and Ninja. On the other private jet, it's Logan and the world's best pilot. Which jet are you getting on?
Your guys' one.
You just saying that so you
He's a
can
lost cause.
fucking...
He's a lost cause.
He just lost it. Yeah, no.
He's a lost cause.
You're just saying that because you want to disagree
Sounds
with
like
us.
you're explaining
It's too much of
DEI
a
right
gamble,
now.
bro. It's too much of a gamble.
Yeah, my
Easy.
skill's not adequate enough, bro.
I don't know. I see Super Saiyan 2 as the plane pilots as Logan and the best pilot. Not you guys as the one who's just graduated the school.
The best pilot is Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah.
Okay. And Super Saiyan 2 is the only thing that can beat Cell.
Yeah.
So Gohan never went Super Saiyan 2 before Goku threw that sensor beam at him.
No, that's not true.
And the threat being Cell is the Bermuda Triangle. You're probably not getting through the Bermuda Triangle. So are you going to choose the plane that is most likely not going to get through the Bermuda Triangle, being not Super Saiyan 2 11-year-old Gohan who has never wanted to fight ever? Or someone with experience beating people that he's not supposed to be able to defeat? Goku.
He's I'll let Logan go first.
Nah, he went Super Saiyan 2 before that moment in time. His first time going Super Saiyan 2, he was in the hyperbolic chamber with Goku.
Did you say it was
Also-
Filler
That
Huh?
was not. That wasn't Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah,
Did you
was.
say it was Filler Skull?
It was filler.
I mean, so Toriyama said that like filler, like in the anime, like is still canon to the anime, and also the anime is like its own canon. So like obviously like there's multiple different canons, so it's like kind of tricky. But I think it was also in Kai. It also happened in Kai. So if Kai's like new canon, like we don't even want to count Z anymore, then it's still canon.
Yeah, I'm
but
still
at the
counting
same-
it.
But at the same
As far
time,
as
it goes. I'm going back to the Saiyan thing. The whole reason why Piccolo was training Gohan was because they knew that he would be a decent help to the threat of the Saiyans coming down. So like, if Gohan wasn't there during that battle, like the Z fighters would be probably dead, all of them. Piccolo, like I think Gohan did a lot in that battle. So I think there was like a lot of importance on Piccolo throwing him against the rock to show him that like, hey, you can do this kind of thing. And that goes back to that parental shove.
Did Piccolo expect Gohan to beat him by himself?
No, it was two people. No, that's not. It's not.
Exactly.
It's not mutually exclusive.
But what I'm saying is, he saw potential in Gohan, and so he trained him so he could get to that potential so that he could be a help. Goku saw potential in Gohan, he trained him in the hyperbolic time chamber, and then we come out against this threat, and Goku puts all his chips on Gohan because he saw potential. The only time we ever saw Gohan do, it wasn't even a full Super Saiyan transformation. In the hyperbolic time chamber, we saw him like getting blonde hair and it was rising and he couldn't hold it. Then after they got out, we saw them just hanging out as Super Saiyan. But as far as what we saw in the hyperbolic time chamber, never did Gohan go Super Saiyan 2. The only time he ever did that was during the Cell fight. That was the very first time anyone has ever gone Super Saiyan 2 in the history of the Saiyans.
No, that's just not true. Like he went Super Saiyan 2 and because it was a flashback in Goku's inner monologue saying that he did go Super Saiyan 2. I think that's just a little disingenuous.
And like there's like lightning around him when he went a flash of Super Saiyan 2 in the hyperbolic time chamber.
And you could see his hair, like clearly. At Super Saiyan 2, it's more spiky. It's not even like ultra. It's not even like it wouldn't be like a super Vegeta kind of thing. Like because he didn't get more buff or anything
Was
like
the
that.
hair still longer at that point?
No, he cut it
No.
at that point.
Gohan's hair?
He when he first went Super Saiyan, like for the first time, his hair was long. But like after that, they were like, "Yeah, we need to cut your hair." And then like everything after that first Super Saiyan transformation was him in short hair. So him turning Super Saiyan 2 for the first time was shorter hair.
And it had the lightning and all the earmarks of Super Saiyan 2.
Yep.
Okay. I can't quite remember that one, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, cause I've even seen it like on YouTube videos, and like everybody in the comments was like, "Yo, he just turned Super Saiyan 2 for a flash there," and everyone's just like, "Oh shit, he did! What the fuck?" I feel like I had something else to go, but we kind of went off the rails a little bit. I kind of forgot. All right, let's
go ahead. Yeah.
well, we can respond to Seven Ninja's top, like his one now. Vegeta's blunder. Letting Cell absorb 18. Who wants to respond first to that? Okay, I'll go. Like, I definitely think that's my top two. It was tied for me between like that one and Krillin at first before I did the whole video. Like the only thing that kind of stops me is like Krillin is what 20 something, 30 something years old now. Like I remember being down bad like when I was Krillin. We've all been a teenager once, but Krillin is a full-grown adult now, so he doesn't get the pass from me. Like Vegeta, that one was pretty bad. It's just if it wasn't for Krillin's age being that down bad, I can't give him the pass. Definitely Vegeta is number 2 right behind Krillin's blunder.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I don't know, man. I feel like if I was in Vegeta's shoes, if I was fucking slaughtering somebody, and then it was like, dude, if you just let me do this one fucking thing, you wouldn't stand a chance. I would challenge the fuck out of that. I would definitely, like, okay, a perfect example. When I used to backyard box in my buddy's house, you know how many motherfuckers used to come over there and be like, if we wasn't wearing gloves, I'd be whooping you. Yeah, fucking right. Like, you're gonna be any different after you take off. Like, you're some different person suddenly because you dropped fucking 16 ounces of padding on your hands. No, take them off. Go ahead. I'll leave mine on. I don't give a fuck. That's the mindset Vegeta was on.
I could see that. Like, we don't know how strong Cell would have got, so maybe he would have been light work either way. So that's a decent argument. I'll kind of give it to you there. It's just the results really outshine the just how cocky Vegeta was to me.
Yeah, I mean, you focus a lot on the results instead of on the actual actions, like the way you keep arguing how Goku giving him a senzu bean wasn't that bad of a thing when we don't even know that Super Saiyan 2 was an option. And even if it was, Cell just could have fucking one-shotted Gohan. He fucked the warm-up. Cell just had a warm-up. He didn't have to do none of that. Why would he give a fuck that Gohan was 11 years old? Cell was less than that. He's fucking. Oh wait, actually maybe he wasn't. But wasn't he like 16 or some shit?
No, he was like 9 to 12.
Yeah, it took him a while to go from larva to imperfect.
Wow,
But still,
that was disrespectful.
Yeah, what the fuck, Brock? Like, I'm not about to break out the candles and incense just for our podcast debate.
Wait, what did Brock Strap say? What'd you say?
He said ask Akira Toriyama.
Oh my god, bro.
Damn.
A year and a day after his passing? Way too soon.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to go watch Diamond. Y'all want me to get off it? Are we ready to move on?
It's getting close to that point. So yeah. We're gonna finish up with Seven Ninjas rebuttals. So yeah, I guess you can go ahead and like hop off and watch the last episode real quick.
Sure. I'll be back in about 20 minutes.
Alright. Brock Strat, I don't think we've heard much from you. What's your thoughts on the Vegeta one?
Oh shoot, I don't know. I just it's the same thing as the Gohan one. He's just cocky. He's like, oh, of course I can beat you. Like, why wouldn't I be able to? I'm Vegeta. I'm the best. And then, oh, the consequence of my own action. I don't know. Like he could have just beat it. With what Hunter was saying earlier, with Krillin being able to gauge energy levels, like I could see that argument to where, okay, well Krillin's like, well, there's Vegeta, and if not Vegeta, then Trunks too. Like, okay, that pulled my argument apart a little bit. I'm like, so assuming that at least Trunks could pull off the second stage Cell, right? I don't know. Vegeta's blunder probably would have been the biggest. He kind of changed my mind on that a little bit. I still think Krillin messed up. Vegeta might have messed up a little bit more. Gohan I mean, yeah, they all. Nothing happened correctly. But I mean, what good is a story if you just have everybody make all the right decisions and then nothing happens, right?
Yeah.
Well, like,
I don't know.
Someone's got to fuck up.
To me, it was like the Cell Saga was like, usually like the main characters have plot armor. Like Cell had the biggest plot armor I've ever seen in this little segment here.
Pretty much.
Like nobody really messed up in the Frieza saga. Like it was just like, oh, they're stronger than me. Well, we can get stronger this way. Let's go do it. And then they're stronger again. And then the same thing. So like, I don't know how you can necessarily. It's such a different saga compared to Frieza, where Frieza saga you just have new enemy, right? Like all these just random. The Ginyu Force, Pui,
Yeah,
whatever. What else? The
Like
Ginyu
Dodoria.
Force. Yeah, Dodoria, Zarbon, like just all these random, all the Frieza soldiers and everything, and then Frieza himself, and then Frieza again, and again with his different forms. So like, it's such a different saga to where you have all these enemies that are progressively stronger, that you're getting stronger yourself, versus like, all right, well we have these 4, 5, 6 like kind of characters that have all been consistently the same, and then they all gotta like come together somehow to get stronger, like the enemies, right? Like Cell absorbing. So like it's just a different like structure, I guess, to the story.
Yeah.
There. So there wasn't really. He didn't really have to worry about the messing up. And the Frieza saga, because there was always like the next goal to achieve, to where like, all right, well we're all kind of stronger. And you got to mess up at some point. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder how it all would have worked without the hyperbolic time chamber.
True.
Lost. They would have lost.
Yeah. No, but like even like in the Saiyan saga, I think the only one to muck up was Goku when he let go of Raditz tail.
Yeah.
But that was like him being like naive, you know. And I guess it kind of still worked out, because if Goku didn't die and go to King Kai's, he probably wouldn't have been able to beat Vegeta and Nappa. Probably Nappa, to be honest, but probably not Vegeta. So it is what it is.
The whole, I don't know, just when you compare it to, there was something I had to respond to, but I kind of lost it. But when you compare, like, let's say Vegeta versus the Senzu Bean one, like, they don't know how strong Cell is gonna be once he reaches perfect form. Like, they kind of have like an idea how strong Cell is during the Senzu Bean one, and Goku's the only one who knows how strong Gohan can be. So like he knew Cell was light work, versus Vegeta was way in over his head. Like, he did not know how strong a Cell was gonna be, and he made the biggest mistake by allowing it. And Trunks was there to stop Cell, and he fought Trunks to get out of the way and let him absorb. He was basically a bad guy at this point, like helping out the enemy. He helped the enemy. Like, Goku actually helped Gohan achieve Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah.
Anywho, all right, pull up this slide.
Slide.
Let it go.
Oh.
We'll let it go.
Oh.
It's all very great arguments.
Alright, I guess we got like time for a short little we got like 20 minutes before I want to start the Dragon Ball Diamond discussion. So who wants to do like a little quick debate for us to do?
Why don't we do like a Dragon Ball Kahoot?
Kahoot, what is that?
You don't know Kahoot? It's like a quiz thing, and you all go up on it, and then like whatever's the right answer, who clicks it first.
Oh, are you guys even like? I know you two are on your PC. 7 Ninja, are you on your PC? Laptop?
Yeah, I can get on it, but I mean, we probably need to set that up for like next time. You know,
I think I could just like stream the website, and then like everyone.
Did we already
can
do
see.
the Vegito or Gogeta? Which one's stronger?
Vegito or Gogeta?
I feel like we've maybe have done that one before.
I did that one a long time
Logan was
ago.
here.
I don't think you guys were on the podcast. It's like a whole different cast back then when we did this one. But no, I think Logan did bring this up. Someone brought it up.
Oh, maybe I did.
I do remember this one.
I think was it like one? It's like one of our first.
Yeah.
One of my first podcasts.
It might have been.
Maybe we can run through it again real quick while waiting for Hunter to get back.
I mean, like, obviously, like, Blue Gogeta from Broly movie is going to be stronger than Blue Vegito, you know, during the Goku Black arc, but I think them side by side, I think, like, because obviously, like, when Elder Kai was like, oh, they have the rivals, shit with Potara that makes them like a little more powerful than usual. I don't think that got retconned. So I think like by default Vegito would probably be stronger. But I think I mean shit, like Boo went inside of his body, right? And like tried to destroy it from inside and he still couldn't die. Like I don't really know if Gogeta can do that. Maybe he can. But like I don't know. And then he also got turned into a candy and was able to survive that. So, like, Vegito has the better hacks, like, obviously. But I like Gogeta better. And I'd also argue that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta beats all of them, so.
Alright, 7 Ninja.
I mean, at the same time, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, you've never seen it. Probably beat that one. Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, Logan, versus Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. What are we seeing here? That's the
Gogeta.
base.
Yeah, I think Gogeta still got that. Yeah.
You know what? I'll give it to Gogeta just because I believe Gogeta would go for the kill first.
Yeah. That's also true. It's like, if they are really that comparable, like, let's just say, like, all the hacks, resistance that Vegito has, Gogeta has, right? That, like, I think you could also just kind of do like a personality thing where it's like, yeah, Gogeta wants to kill you right here, right now, you know? Whereas Vegito kind of just wants to fight and play around. I mean, Super Gogeta is kind of playful, but like when he gets serious, you know?
Yeah.
Like obviously. So if it's like a death battle we're talking about, I think Gogeta would just go right for the kill. And then maybe you could argue that his Soul Dust Breaker, because Vegito is a part Vegeta, and Vegeta obviously isn't pure enough to go into heaven. Like he's not even pure enough to, or like, does he go into hell, or is he just like, just kind of like dead?
He said he wasn't quite sure how it happened.
So we don't really have any confirmation, but he's obviously not in heaven. So it's kind of still along with my point. So you could probably argue that Soul Dust Breaker can do something against Vegito because Vegeta is like impure or like not pure, you know what I'm saying? So you could argue that. So it's kind of interesting how that would match up, to be honest.
According to
Isn't
Google,
he considered a separate person at the point?
Hang on. Wait. I don't know who to go first. 7 Ninja first, then Brock.
Ninja.
Isn't Vegeta and Gogeta considered a separate person at that point?
Yes, but when they always refer to themselves, it's always I'm like Goku and Vegeta.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless like Gogeta's like I'm not Goku or Vegeta, but every time Vegeta references himself, he's like, yeah, I am Goku and Vegeta. So it could probably work like that, where it's like the Potara is one person, or no, not the Metamaran dance is one person, but the Potara is like a fusion of like, it's like kind of two beings. Like they could pretty much use they them pronouns if they wanted to, and like that's the only way that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brock, what you got for us?
According to Google AI overview, because the internet is always right, it says Potara fusion is generally considered stronger than the fusion dance. Key points about the differences: power level requirement. The fusion dance requires users to have nearly identical, so they kind of have to, if one's stronger, they have to lower, right? Which Potara doesn't have that limitation. Potara is just the earring together, bam. And then one says duration, which I don't know if the duration is accurate, because I remember like they both have gone early before because of power exertion, right? Like it was kind of retconned, I think, in the Future Trunks arc of Super, where the blue was so strong that it turned shortened the duration. So I don't know. Generally, Potara seems like it could last longer for whatever reason, but anyway, yeah. So just on Goku and Vegeta are always kind of like climbing up the opposite ladders to each other. So I don't know if necessarily they would ever have to like lower too much, but even if they had to lower a little bit, just saying, same place and time, same base power levels, one versus the other, assuming that even one would have to come down a little bit, the Potara in that instance, I guess, would have just that little edge. But you do have the different personalities to deal with too. So yeah, where Gogeta does seem to be a little more serious and getting the job done, maybe that might give him the edge over Vegeta, who's typically, but even Gogeta in Dragon Ball GT, right, the Super Saiyan 4, like he did the whole confetti thing, and so I'm not gonna say that he necessarily is super serious himself all of the time.
I would like to add that the only reason why Gogeta didn't finish the job was because he had to purify the universe, make sure that all the negative energy didn't implode on itself. So that's what Gogeta was doing.
Forgot about that. 7-inch, I think you had something.
The question I was going to ask you guys is, in Dragon Ball, and I'm talking about Dragon Ball as a whole, is it a thing that if something's harder to get, therefore it is better? Like as a general concept for Dragon Ball?
No. Not in Dragon Ball. Elder Kai unlockability was the easy ass pull of a power up. Elder Guru was the easy ass pull of a power up. The other kid Trunks, Goten got the easy ass pull Super Saiyan power ups.
True.
But right, Super Saiyan itself is in their base, it's in their bodies, versus a unique, enhancement from a guru is not something that everyone would get.
Universe 6, Super Saiyan transformations, just a tingle on your back.
I'd argue that's about the same as Trunks and Goten.
Yeah.
You know, they're pretty calmed down.
I think
I'd argue Super Saiyan Blue as well. Just a movie later.
Oh yeah. You know? Oh yeah, even Super Saiyan God is a pretty easy one. You just need 5 Saiyans to give you energy.
Yeah, that's true, to be honest.
I think the hardest part was getting Vegeta to give Goku energy.
Yeah. That is true.
I would probably.
I know you just want to give me your energy.
Vegeta getting Super Saiyan Blue versus Goku getting Super Saiyan Blue.
What was that?
No. Vegeta becoming a god versus Goku becoming a god.
Was that ever explained?
No, he just went to Whis'. He went to Whis' and trained. That's That's how he got his god form.
Okay.
So, however they did it, I don't really think it's been explained. But obviously, if we see Gogeta, or not Gogeta, but Vegeta having Super Saiyan Blue, I would think it possible for him to have Super Saiyan God as well. So, like, it was cool when we saw it in Broly. It was fucking awesome, to be honest. But, like, we all know he could do it. Also, in the manga, he was able to do it. So, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick now.
I see what your point is, though, Seven Ninja, but the whole... I think Potara is easier, so but the fusion dance is harder to master, so it should be a stronger one.
Mm-hmm.
Rockstrap, I think you had something. I think we cut you off earlier.
I didn't know. No, it's all good. I didn't know if he was insinuating that the dance is harder to pull off to make it stronger, or if like a Kai's earrings would be difficult to get, which you would think that would be the case as well. Like,
I mean,
it's
I'm looking
it's
at
not
like
just everybody like conquered Kai's Patora earrings.
I'm looking at the idea of like, you know, 5 Saiyans in theory is easier to obtain than Whis' training. And so in that way, the fusion dance is probably easier to obtain than the Potara earrings.
Right.
At the same time, you need to know the fusion dance itself. But one, I'd still argue is harder to do because there's no chance you'll meet a Kai.
Right.
Oh, so you're saying the Potara is harder to acquire than the fusion dance?
Yeah.
That's what I was getting.
I mean, yeah.
Usually, I think, at least, while there will be others who obtain something faster, it seems to be that if it's harder to get on average, it should be stronger than the easier one.
Okay. I can see that.
So I think Potara, on that idea, should be stronger. But again, like I said, Gogeta will kill first before Vegito.
My personal favorite is Vegito over Gogeta. I think Vegito and just to me just looks cooler. But like when I like looked it up online, like the feats between the two, Vegito like went toe to toe with gods, which is really cool. Like Zamasu combined with Goku Black, but Gogeta, when he was clashing punches with Broly, they were shattering dimensions, which is a feat that's way far higher than Vegito.
We are talking about different points in time, though.
Yeah, we have to see Vegito again to see if he can do something like that before I'm picking Vegito as stronger, and he's my favorite of the two.
Yeah.
I mean,
One
yeah,
thing
like
that can be kind of said is that like Vegeta only won recently, versus Goku seems to have won more times than Vegeta, so that could play a factor in Gogeta being the more upfront personality versus Vegito, or Vegeta's personality. I think that plays a role.
So, wait, that plays
Goku
a role.
usually beats Vegeta.
Wait, what?
Usually, Goku would usually beats Vegeta, right? That's like the thing that Goku always overcomes the issue that Vegeta was trying to beat, and Goku always doesn't. So by that logic, that could apply into Gogeta would always beat whatever that same target is that Vegeta was trying to beat, because of the fact that Vegeta is never the one to finish the fight.
I see. What's up, the Venaku? I think if we're counting only canon ones, Gogeta's. You're talking like Gogeta is the Goku dominant one. Is that what I'm getting at?
That was the impression I got.
Okay, so since Gogeta is the one that wins, then it's Goku's dominant, and since Goku's usually the one that wins, like overcomes the power barriers and stuff like that, like it's like Gogeta is the stronger one because Goku is the more dominant one. I think that's what the point you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
okay.
Lay it on me, Logan. I feel like you got something to say.
Huh?
Lay it on me, Logan. I feel like you got something to say.
Oh no, I'm not. I mean, it's just like, obviously, like as I said in the beginning, like if we take like Gogeta now versus Vegito, then like obviously Gogeta, the one that's going to be, you know, the most recent one is going to be stronger. But as I said before, I think, you know, Gogeta can get it done with his attitude, with just going for the kill first, as well as his hacks might be able to work against Vegito, as I said, with the Soulless Breaker, or whatever the hell it's called. Stardust Breaker and Soul Punisher. Jeez.
Well, yeah, I think it's either or.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's just like a translation thing.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same fucking move.
I kind of do get 7 Ninjas point. Like, if we're counting like all canon parts, even if we don't count, like, even if we count the filler part, like the Janemba movie, like we got 2 instances of Vegito, 2 instances of Gogeta, and of those 2 instances, although Vegito was basically, he could have taken out Buu at any time, he didn't get the dub, and like he didn't get the dub against. We all know he was going to get the dub against Fuse Zamasu, but the time ran out, but he technically didn't get the dub. Versus Gogeta got the dub against Janemba, and he didn't technically get the dub against Broly too, because they wished him away, but we all know he was going to get the dub. Go ahead, Logan.
Also, I'd just like to add that in the Zamasu episode, that like it said that they were going to be fused for only an hour, but I think it was significantly like less time than that. So you could argue that since how much stronger Goku and Vegeta have gotten, that the timer may be even shorter. With I think the fusion dance has never been like under 30 minutes except for GT, and I think that's only a GT thing, because even in Blue, like Goku and Vegeta didn't like really diffuse until I think like the sun, or like the sun had set and shit. So that was at least 30 minutes.
I can agree with that. Yo, Hunter, did you already finish the Dragon Ball Daima episode?
Yeah, I did. This was actually the first ending to a Dragon Ball like season that I'm satisfied with.
Shit. All right.
Did you see
Also,
that?
right quick, I do want to say Logan's right about that for the canon show. The only time the fusion dance had less than 30 minutes, the movie, Janemba movie, they kind of oh no, wait, never mind.
No, it's
They
GT.
fucking slammed him right
It's only
away.
GT. Yeah, they slammed him right away, and then he laughed, and then they diffused much later when they were in hell, which is an infinite distance away, mind you.
All right. So
Right.
before we move on to Daima, what's your final decision on who you picking between the two? From my point of view, it's Hunter was kind of missing for the debate, but we can start with Hunter. Who are you picking between the two?
So what? Like, tell me the topic. Tell me the question.
Vegito versus Gogeta.
As far as like who's stronger or
Yeah.
who's cooler, or
Nah, who's the stronger one?
the stronger one. I mean, of the iterations we've seen Gogeta defeat an enemy that was far greater than Zamasu, which was Omega Shenron. So I'm going with that.
Okay. 7 Ninja, Brockstrap, Logan, and I'll go last.
Gogeta.
I thought you had more to say.
Yeah.
He hung it
The one time, guys, the one time it felt like I was gonna say a whole spiel. I started with that and I ended with that. All right, Gogeta.
All right, go ahead, Brockstrap.
Pineapples.
I mean, I don't know, Vegito. If again going back to my, if at the same time in the same place, one has that limitation where they need to be equal versus the other where they don't. So.
Logan.
Power level wise, anyway.
Yeah, as I said before, I think Gogeta's his hacks could probably work against Vegito. With that being said, also the attitude and the time limit. I also think that Gogeta has consistently shown more time than Vegito, so I'm gonna say Gogeta.
Yeah, I personal favorite for me is Vegito, but Gogeta doing the punching through dimension shit in the Super Broly movie, that's like a far higher level feat than I've seen Vegito do ever. So my pick is Gogeta.
He confused that they were in a different dimension. Was that him doing it?
Can you say that again?
Was Gogeta, was he surprised at that point in time when he went through a different dimension? I doubt he would be surprised.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was, because he was like, "What the?"
Yeah.
Yeah, right. No, it took him a second to register what was happening, so I didn't know if that was of his own action or if that was like just from the clash between the two powerhouses.
I think it was, well, obviously, like with every reaction comes opposite.
Right,
people.
Dude.
So he would have to withstand that power and output it at the same time. But so like, I think what happened, it was more like when Goku was clashing fists against Beerus, where he was like, they almost destroyed the world because he couldn't control his power yet. It's not to say like Gogeta couldn't control his power, but I think he was like, he didn't realize that force would break the dimension around him.
Yeah, I don't even think it registered fully yet, because like he was just like kind of like, what the, and then Broly's still in this berserker state and just started wailing on him. So he was like, oh fuck, I'm still in a fight here.
Right, he didn't have a chance to like really react, but
I think Beerus, if we're talking about Beerus versus Broly and the idea of the world of the universe just breaking for a moment, I think Beerus still was trying to control like where his power was going, like Goku was, versus Broly's just fighting wild, and just like Gogeta cannot handle his side of things while also trying to handle his. So it could have been worse, honestly.
Yeah,
could have been way worse.
That's a good point. I like that point. Alrighty, peeps. Dragon Ball Diamond discussion segment 3 starts now. Alright. Damn, bro, I gotta watch that part. Fuck.
Yeah. Just start us up, and then me, Logan, and
alright, we're
playing
started.
Marvel.
We're started. We're started.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead. Talk about it. What do you guys got? I'm gonna watch this real quick.
It didn't really add much. It was just kind of a fun little. I mean, it kind of did, but not really.
So, Logan,
How
how does it feel?
Oh, it feels
Sad.
great.
How does it feel?
It feels great. I just
Feel like you're Super Saiyan 4 Goku has been
I
redesigned.
just wish the hair were black and the eyes were red. That's all I wish.
I have that
I
has
just
to do
think-
with the topic that I was gonna bring up.
You mean
I think
yellow?
the red
Eyes
on
are
red
yellow?
on red. Yeah,
Why
the
would they
eyes
just
are yellow.
keep the yellow hair? You know what I mean? Why would they
Oh,
just keep
like
it
the
yellow?
original Super Saiyan 4? I'm not sure. I just think red on red is like lazy. Like the eyes are red, the hair's red, the fur's red, and like his fucking pants are like bright orange. I'm like, okay, so they got the bright orange, but everything else is red. It's like, I just wish it were a little bit better in the color aspect.
So how do you guys feel about Goku actually having obtained Super Saiyan 4?
See, it's weird because it really like messes with the beginning of Super, and like this
It
was
doesn't-
stated canon. So like I'm just trying to figure the fuck out. I think it would like I feel like it's canon, but like I don't know. It's it's so like I think like Toriyama like this is like he's messing with us like kind of thing. Like I think like he knew he didn't really have a lot of time left, and he's like, I'm just gonna troll. And then now we're left to pick up the pieces. Yeah, go ahead.
I can bring Goku knowing Super Saiyan 4 before Zark and all that. So I saw a video on TikTok of a guy explaining Super Saiyan 4 as more of, so our God transformations, that's using God Ki and what we have in our realm that we live in. In the demon realm, there's a lot more Majin Ki, a lot more demon Ki, and the Super Saiyan 4 transformation was a demon Ki transformation, and to me it makes a lot of sense if you consider the Saiyan race as having natural demon Ki over, like, instead of the rest of, you know, the universe that we live in, because you got to remember Beerus had a premonition of Super Saiyan being able to rival him, and if we remember right, the only two names that King Cold told Frieza not to mess with was Majin Buu and Lord Beerus. That's the strongest demon and the strongest guy in the living realm. So I'm thinking that the Saiyans inherently have demon Ki, and when they tap only into demon Ki for a transformation, they can achieve Super Saiyan 4 versus because it comes from Ozaru, right? And so in this new Super Saiyan 4 that we see, Goku's wrists are a lot bigger. Obviously his tail comes back. This is just pure demon Ki. So the demon Ki, I mean the Super Saiyan 4 we see from GT would have been a mix between demon Ki and regular Ki, which I think would have kept the black hair, and you know, the eye color, whatever. But I can see it working if we go the route that the Super Saiyan 4 transformation relies on demon Ki or Majin Ki. How do y'all feel about that?
I think that I think him being in the Majin realm did like unlock something like.
Because never unlocked it for him.
Yeah, because yeah, exactly. So like I think like maybe he like infused him with some magic to then bring out his tail to there when he could now transform into Super Saiyan 4. It's like really, it's like all we can do is speculate, right? Like there's no concrete answer right now.
There is one thing I'm remembering, and it's Goku and Vegeta are talking on top of the bus, and he's like, "How did you get Super Saiyan 4?" And he's like, "No, I think I could do it. I could beat him. How did you get that power?" He's like, "Well, I think I could have done it." You know, but we've seen through all of Daima that like he's always testing his power to see what he could do because he's not used to his body. Off screen, maybe he learned Super Saiyan 4 and Neva just allowed him, just like Guru, just like Elder Kai, enhanced his power like they did that time, and so Goku is able to tap into Super Saiyan 4. Well, because he's able to do it the first time, he could do it again. It's a lot easier. He also gets back to his bigger form. Yeah, like he also gets to his bigger form, but at the end of the day, you know, he's already felt the power, so now he knows how to tap into it a lot easier because he's just recently felt it.
Yeah, he said he was like working on it or something. Like he's trying to get to it, but didn't perfect it. I'm probably misquoting, but something along the lines there.
Yeah, it's like
the exact words, because I just watched the episode. Vegeta has said, "And what was that? You hiding that transformation from me?" And Goku, all he said was basically, "Well, I've been training a lot ever since Majin Buu." Then he comes back to Vegeta with, "And what was that with Super Saiyan 3?" And Vegeta was like, "That's Ultra Vegeta 1 or something."
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, where my head's at with it is that, so Goku, he might have been able to feel this new transformation coming about. He might have been able to feel that he could have reached it and knew how to, but still had to train more to reach the level of power to get that transformation, versus whenever Neva gave him that energy, it put if we're going the demon key route, it put a lot of demon key in him, and then Goku's able to draw more from demon key instead of when he's training with King Kai and shit. So he was able to bring that all the way out, which as he was, if he was coming up on it and then suddenly he's got the energy, he already knows how to do it, and now he has the energy to perform it. So, and then like we saw in Battle of the Gods, once he gets the transformation, it's like a Zenkai boost basically. Even in his Super Saiyan 1 form, he was still battling pretty nicely against Beerus while Beerus was holding back. We all know that. So now that he's had the Super Saiyan 4 transformation with Neva's help, his body boosts up. The body memory, muscle memory has the, I know how to do it. This is what I need to do it. And then he was able to do it on his own. And I also noticed in this last episode, and now that, not just because he's an adult, but since it's his second time going Super Saiyan 4, he was able to control himself a lot nicely, a lot better. He was able to perform smoother. We saw a lot more action from Goku versus while he's charging up his Kamehameha, he gets hit and then has to throw the Kamehameha. So I feel like if not for Neva, I don't think Goku reached Super Saiyan 4 before Neva, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel like that was not storyboarded very well. Like, I don't think Goku got Super Saiyan 4 before Neva either. I think that was just kind of like a troll moment, to be honest, because there's just no way. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And but like, as for like the rest of the story, like maybe like Beerus' dream was Goku against Neva in this form, and then this form eventually turns into Super Saiyan God, maybe. But
I think Brockstrap had something first. I know Brockstrap, you were trying to say something earlier.
Well, yeah, no, it was just that line of dialogue that like insinuated that Goku knew of the form. So like, it actually shows right here, the line of dialogue specifically was, Buu was really strong, so I trained a lot after fighting him. I wasn't sure if it would work though. So like, it's like if we remember Trump versus Kamala and the whole healthcare, I have concepts of a plan, right? So like, it was like that almost, to where Goku, like, it was out there, he knew it was there, he just, maybe, I don't know, he insinuated that he was able to reach it, but like, just, it all happened right then and there with Neva. So it discredits the theory that Neva was the one who gave him that power, essentially, but maybe it was the help that he needed to achieve it, versus, I don't know.
Oh, my bad.
Ninja?
Squall.
No, that's Ninja.
For me.
I just did the fire thing to give Brockstrap the floor. Go ahead, 7 Ninja.
Crap. It'll come back.
Okay.
Continue.
I'm gonna try to be more clear. So what I meant was that Goku knowing how to do it, but not being able to, like, he was still training, and so it's like he has the blueprints, it's like he has the formula, but he doesn't have the materials to build it, and then when Neva gave him all this demon key, now I got the materials and I already know how to do it, so I'm going straight to Super Saiyan 4. Like, let's not say Neva gave him Super Saiyan 4. Let's say Neva gave him a bunch of demon key and Goku was like, I know what to do with this. This is what I've been fucking training for.
Was it actually demon key though?
Well, it came from
Neva.
Neva.
He's coming from. He's from the demon world. He's Piccolo's demon, so therefore he has to be as well. I did want to say this. I just remembered. I'm actually of the impression that we may actually see Daima be a continuation of a separate timeline, just because it doesn't make sense that he wouldn't go to 4 when he's fighting someone like Beerus. And because of that, we might see 2 different stories. Either Super just ended and we're not going to see Super anymore, or it's going to continue, or we're going to see something entirely different based off of the end of Daima.
That's a
Because
good.
again, 4 doesn't make sense in that context.
That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. That is a good point. Cause like when I was watching this one, just like how are they supposed to tie this into Super, bro? Like it doesn't make sense to me how they're gonna tie it into Super at all. Like, I mean, they could just be like, oh yeah, like Vegeta. Remember that one form? Like I used in Daima. And then he just transforms into Super Saiyan 4 or some shit, you know? Like, I don't know. That's the only way I could see it. It's just like, oh yeah, remember this? And like, other than that, I don't know how they're gonna tie it in together.
If I had to guess, I would say that while in our realm, like outside the demon realm, they still can't draw enough demon ki, and so that might be something that Piccolo's working on, training with how to be able to do whatever Neva did for Goku, and Goku and Vegeta, you know. So I mean, that would be my best guess. Is they're just kind of waiting for Piccolo to be there for that.
The key to Super Saiyan 4. I like that idea.
And I mean, now that we have, you know, they did shift the manga and the anime is 2 different canons, and like we have this movie where Piccolo goes Orange Piccolo, and so I think now, you know, whenever it comes back, we already have mastered Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego in the manga, and everybody's expecting to see that. So I'm thinking that we might also see in whatever the next anime is, Piccolo's gonna be able to do what Neva did for Goku, and we might see some kind of god demon mix. We might see a Super Saiyan 4 god.
It's true. Only time will tell.
It might be Dende. I've always considered Dende to be more of what Neva is.
Yeah, I could see that, or maybe Orange Piccolo unlocked that little energy giving thing. I don't know. I did kind of want to bring up that awesome ass final fight scene between like in the last couple episodes. But the first thing I wanted to bring up was, did you guys notice when Vegeta first went in, adult Vegeta against Goma, and it did that little camera spin around Goma to close up of his face, and then he like blocks Vegeta's punch? To me, that really reminded me of the Super Broly movie, where Vegeta went Super Saiyan for the first time and it kind of spun around him, and then Broly went him to the side and he just like punched him real quick. It was like almost like side by side, like exact same thing. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Yeah. No, but
Way
like,
to catch it, but it'd be far
Yeah.
from the first time Dragon Ball used its own animations more than once.
Oh yeah, and then there's
Speaking
another
of
one.
Vegeta,
Oh, go ahead, Seven Ninja.
Speaking of Vegeta, I love the part when Bulma runs out there and says, "I'm never gonna take a bath with you again if you don't let them fight." Hey, Vegeta, like, before
was
The dude didn't hesitate.
And then
You couldn't
afterwards,
you
he
couldn't
shoots
blink.
off like a
He
lightning.
was yeah.
like they had his jaw dropping in slow motion. That's how much it meant to him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that shit was so funny. It was
I
like the hands closing in. And he's like,
It was like,
"What?" And then right back. All right, your turn, Goku. Or your turn, Kakarot. That shit was hella funny.
oh
my god, that was so great.
we saw
We got that one.
we saw Piccolo blunder hitting him in the back of the head 3 times, and I was stressing. I'm not gonna lie to you, like when they started clashing ki, like when Goku was charging up the Kamehameha, I was like, all right, now Piccolo, you need to like start getting ready. And they started clashing ki, and then Piccolo's just watching, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And then it fucking goes through him and shit. So like Goku had his cool moment and shit. But then when Piccolo does go to him, he's like announcing it, he's roaring and everything and all of that. And I'm like, you're fucking it up. And then he's like punching really slow and shit. So whenever Ku wound up pulling it off, like he didn't make any noise, he just found himself in the right situation. It was just an accident kind of thing, and he hit him 3 times and it came out. I was satisfied with that because
I love that it was Ku. I love that. Yeah.
I
love that it was Ku.
It tied everything together nicely, and it makes sense even because, like I said, it was like an accidental thing. Like the Demon King guy, whatever his name is, he just kind of like put everything, like everybody's flying around randomly and shit, and then Ku just happens to be right behind his head, and he just starts hitting him. He's not screaming, he's not doing none of that. He just quick 3 taps, pow, pow, pow. Now your eyes out. I fucking screamed whenever Glory Hole stepped on the eye. I did scream at that.
Yo,
actually, whenever, like, right when I saw the eye hit the ground, I noticed the very first thing I noticed was this is already character development for Vegeta, because Sand Saga Vegeta would have went grabbed that eye and stuck it right in his fucking forehead before anybody could have thought twice.
Freaking the Majin Ku part really reminded me of like early Dragon Ball Oolong. Like when Pilaf is about to make his wish and Oolong steps in for the most comfortable pants of underwear. And then that's kind of like Majin Ku coming in, flying in, like, oh shit, I got the opening, real quick, you know?
Yeah.
That was the censored version of that wish.
Yeah. What was the uncensored version? Just a girl, ladies' underwear?
Panties off a hot babe.
Ah. Yeah, I knew it was censored. I just didn't know what was censored.
They just said it more nicely.
Yeah, like I thought it was, to be fair, like it was a good ending, but like I found it to be a little anticlimactic. Like when he went back there and hit his head 3 times, like I was like that's it. Like, and then
yeah.
So that's I'm like kind of iffy on it, but like it was a good ending.
It is kind of typical Dragon Ball fashion, though, to end something like that here and there.
Yeah, but that's what it kind of goes back to, like how like this show's a little more Dragon Ball-esque instead of Dragon Ball Z or even Super or even GT. I guess it's a little more like GT, but it's a mix. But yeah, that's kind of how I felt about it.
7 Ninja, I think you had something.
I'm glad it was Ku. Legitimately, we got to see this guy fight one time, and I was like, it's all there. He just doesn't know how to fight. Like, he's kind of got a very primal fighting style. And then, like, you know, basically, Do takes over. Like, well, I don't like Do. I don't know if I want Do being up there. And then to see Ku take over, this dude's already showed us he's smart. He's reliable. Then we find out he's a good judge of character. We see a lot out of Ku. It's not combat focused, but we see a lot out of Ku just after his fight. So I was like, I was kind of glad to see him be the one to finish it, because it's like we didn't really see a lot with him when it came to just important moments, I would say. So it was good to see him actually get the dub in my eyes.
Right.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was another like part where they redid an animation from like Dragon Ball Z, where like when Goku was in Super Saiyan 4 and he lifts his hand up and like the lightning shoots down into his hand, and then like he kind of explodes like this aura power up thing. Like that was like in the intro of like early Dragon Ball Z, and that was like in the Super Saiyan Goku versus Cell fight. When he like when they were really about to get serious, he does that as a Super Saiyan 2. I was like, oh dude, but it looks so good that it looked really different, but it was so sick the way they did that part.
Yeah, the best Dragon Ball's ever looked for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like that callback to Boo transformation. That shit was beautiful.
The cleanest part to me was when like Goku and Goma did the final like Kamehameha part, and when he like blasted a hole into Goma and like everything was like dark and then relit up, and then when it does the close up of Goku's face and fingers, like he had the blue sparkles on his fingertips. I was like, dude, that is so beautiful, bro. I've never seen a Kamehameha do that before. Like leave the blue sparkles on his hands. It was absolutely
I
beautiful.
also love the fact that it passed through into the next like demon world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love seeing that.
And it actually had an effect in the world too, because like the third demon world didn't even have that gas around it anymore because of the air pressure
Right.
and the water coming from the second demon world.
Mhm.
And
It's gonna show some kind of effect.
Do we have, I'm sure this is probably a question for Logan, but do we have any confirmation on like how strong of a feat that was? Like is each demon world equal to like a whole universe?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's how that works. I think each demon realm is infinite. So he kind of shows
So
Kamehameha
for
way.
Goku's Kamehameha is universal level.
Yeah, I mean, it would be too far-fetched to say, because Kid Buu is universal level, seeing as he was able to threaten the Kai realm, which is an infinite, sized plane of existence.
Super Boo and Gotenks both scream through the hyperbolic time chamber, which would be dimensional into the back to the Earth, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's more like a hacks ability, and not more so like a attack potency ability.
Well, I remember like a couple Dragon Ball Diamond discussions. We were talking about who is the chaotic neutral. We all thought kind of like Neva would be the chaotic neutral. In my eyes, I see Rinsu as the chaotic neutral because like she wanted to become Demon Lord, and then Glorio came in and betrayed her, and I thought she was gonna just like fuck off. But she came back in and helped out anyways, like with the little knowledge about the 3 taps to the back of the head. So she was kind of a bad guy with the do and coups, and then came back in and helped out anyways. So like,
I feel like it's the same as the Piccolo situation. Saiyan Saga Piccolo. He's like, I can't beat these guys on my own as clear as day. Goma is a big threat. We need to do something about it. Like if Goma goes away, Rinsu could still potentially do what she wants to do. It's just that the Saiyans have left, the Earthlings have left. So, and I'm sure you've just seen the last bit of the 20th episode. All of you, I hope so. So that's still a possibility. We just don't know yet.
I think they're gonna be a good guy because, like, it looked like they had a really good warming moment. Like Ku was like, "Yeah, you're a good person. You could be vice president or whatever."
Yeah, because that's just how you do it, right, Ku?
Go ahead, Hunter.
And it also was like a dumb generosity, because when that dude that traded the eye for the hat started raising his hand, he ignored him, and I mean that was completely valid.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I hated that guy.
Yeah,
exactly.
I know.
No, and not just. I mean, the dude he constantly was lazy and didn't want to do anything, and fucking, you don't need to be a minister. We're trying to run 3 universes, right? So I'm not bigging you, and that's fine. So I liked it.
Yeah,
I love that he got the cape too. That got the cape.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
was that Deborah's cape?
I don't think it's like. It might be like a thing like granted to all kings.
Yeah, Goma had it too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Before he got big, I'm pretty sure that he had it like walking around small.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did.
The biggest thing that I didn't like once we found out you just hit him in the back of the head 3 times. Immediately I thought back to when everybody was gaining up on Goma. One thing that it was a strength feat that I was surprised of was that Do, I believe, the fat one. He was able to stretch his arms, wrap it around Goma, and basically hold him in place while we got like at least a couple hits in. So why was that not the very first thing that happened? He hit him in the back of the head 3 times. Okay, do wrap him up, and then, you know, somebody hit the back of his head through anybody. Fucking everyone go at once. Y'all are gonna hit 3 times. Like, you know, if we got 1 second to do it, like it can be done. But I mean, it's a show, so we want to see the cool stuff.
Yeah. But that is a good argument.
Yeah, for real. I thought Goku was gonna be like at least get like 2 hits in the back of his head, because there's a couple times where like he caught Goma off guard, just appears, punches him in the cheek instead. Like I thought he was like kicks him in the cheek or something. Like he could have just easily just like real quick. I thought he was gonna get like two kicks in, 2 punches into the back of his head, then push him away toward Piccolo to get the final one when he's off guard or something, you know. But
I was actually thinking he was wasting his time. Not to cut you off. I was actually thinking he was wasting his time trying to just beat on him, because it's like every time Goma got hit, he got stronger. So I'm like, Goku, don't you see this? Do something about it. Hit him in the back of the head. You already know to do this.
Yeah.
But they also didn't fill Vegeta in on the plan either. It was just Piccolo. Or the rest. They didn't fill any of them in on that. What their plan was.
At first I was kind of like, why the fuck would you not tell Vegeta? But also I answered myself on that, is Vegeta is kind of a crash out. Like I literally envisioned when the key clash was happening, Kamehameha versus whatever, you know, Piccolo going to do it, and then Vegeta also going to do it and shoving Piccolo out the way, and like Goma notices and everything gets fucked up. So I mean that was kind of valid for me. Also, like the fight lasting as long as it did, like the whole time I was watching, I was like when is Piccolo gonna come in? You know, what are you doing? But then whenever they had that pause and Goku started charging up his Kamehameha, I'm like, oh, this actually is how most fights in Dragon Ball Z's go. They throw hands for a while, and then they hit a key clash. And I'm sure Piccolo and Goku already knew that, so Goku was leading that fight into the key clash for Piccolo to go hit the back of the head, but then he fucking doesn't, which is why I was screaming at the TV.
So, Hunter, how does it feel?
How does what feel?
That Vegeta's little whipped boy by Bulma.
Hey, look. All I can say is, you're either perfect or you're not me. Okay, there's no in between. And look, maybe Vegeta used to be perfect, but now he's obviously not.
Yeah, bro, you disappointed or?
I was extremely disappointed. I don't understand how just taking a bath with a bitch is, you know, such a motivation. But I don't know. I mean, maybe you could say that that's what she said, but Vegeta took it as more of a you know, this is I'm your wife and this is a problem. And I mean, I've never been married. I've never had a relationship longer than 3 months. You know, I hear that when people are together for a long time, they can read between the lines and shit. I'm not interested in none of that. I don't need you in my life for that long. But, you know, whatever. It was a little embarrassing, but none of us are going to talk shit to Vegeta, so.
I will.
Whatever.
I will.
I get it.
But cold sauce. How did it feel knowing that Goku was going to win the day? How did it feel?
It felt like Akira Toriyama wrote it. What do you want me to say? This is Dragon Ball. I mean, I knew it was going to happen. I never expected Vegeta to be the big fucking winner. Like, Akira Toriyama hates Vegeta more than every other character. So, there was no fucking chance.
I think
I
he
knew it
likes
was
Vegeta more than Tien.
In like his later interviews, he started to say that he said he initially hated Vegeta, but as the show went on and he gave him character development, that he started to like Vegeta a lot. But initially, Akira Toriyama hated Vegeta. He said he was his least favorite character. Pretty sure Logan had talked to us already about that, right?
Yeah, probably something of the sort.
Like I know he initially planned for Vegeta just to be a one-off bad guy, but the fans liked him so much he decided to keep him in. And then like at one point, like the fans were calling Toriyama soft because no one was dying, so then he killed off Vegeta in the Buu saga.
Huh.
Yeah, he deserved it. Honestly though, still talking about Vegeta, I almost wonder what the story would have been like if Vegeta was the one that went instead of Goku. Like
In which part?
No, just in general. If it replaced Goku with Vegeta, how does the story go?
Like since
Like,
early Dragon Ball?
No. Just Daima.
Oh.
Oh, if Vegeta would have
Bulma
took
even
off
have
in
to
the
go.
pod instead of Goku,
Yeah.
like going to the Demon Realm first,
Yeah.
we would have got shit done way quicker. We would have had both of them Dragon Balls before the others even showed up.
Yeah, maybe the first spaceship wouldn't have gotten taken too if it was Vegeta.
Didn't their
Yeah.
spaceship
I
end up
will
getting
say
taken
this
though?
we also if Vegeta would have ran into a real problem, Vegeta wasn't gonna be stopping at stores and buying little fucking bugs that act like sensu beans. So that could have been a problem as well.
I think Vegeta's, Bulma's, and Piccolo's ship, didn't theirs get stolen too? Like when they first arrived?
Yeah.
Yep. Or either that or destroyed or some shit. But also, I just
Yeah,
remember,
that
I'm
bar.
extremely disappointed that they brought up fusion bugs and nobody fused.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that
I
would have
think
been
that was
cool.
just like a throw in there thing to like, because like obviously none of us thought that Super Saiyan 4 was gonna be, introduced. So I think that was just like oh look, fusion bugs, Super
Mislead.
Saiyan 4. Yeah.
Oh, that
Ah,
one bug that Bulma was interested in got more airtime than the fusion bug.
It did though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take them all.
Spoilers for Hunter. I just watched that part just now at the beginning. That was
I didn't even hear
hilarious.
him, so we're good.
Wait, what?
I said I didn't even hear him, so we're good. on
If
that.
you want to take like 30 seconds to watch the after credits, go for it. Like it was pretty funny. I enjoyed it.
I'm actually, like, to be perfectly honest, I would have wanted to see. I did not want to see Goku and Vegeta fuse. I wanted to see Do and Q fuse.
That would have been cool. Like even if Goku and Vegeta fused, like I don't know what kind of name or kind of style they could give this one, because like I feel like they gave Vegeta the first part of the name with Vegito. They gave Goku the first part of the name in Gogeta. I'm not even sure what kind of name they would have this time, like Vejiku maybe.
Right.
Because like Vegito
Right,
is
because-
Vegeta and Kakarot, like the Japanese pronunciation Kakarato combined.
Right.
Yeah, Vegeta.
And then also they have like when they messed up the fusion dance, you had Veku, and so like they're running out of names at this point.
Damn, they really had Veku?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was the
Veku
fat
was-
one, right, Logan?
So I remember
Well,
like
that's
And the skinny one had a different name too.
I
No,
thought-
the skinny one was Veku, I'm pretty sure.
because I remember like when Gotenks, Trunks and Goten first like fused together, they messed it up, and they were like the fat Gotenks, and they were like the mom and dad, or Bulma and Chi-Chi was like, "Do you have a name?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's Gotenks." And they're like, "Oh, Gotenks, that's the perfect name to give you guys." So I thought like no matter what variation of fusion dance one they got, they would still have the same name. But I guess that's not the case.
That was the Goku in him. That's why they did that. That's the Goku in him. Yeah. I mean, honestly, though, it would have to
Oh,
be
we're
a different
talking about
type of, fusion.
pure sands versus half sands as well.
Yeah. That is a factor.
All right. Well,
I feel like though the fusion bug would have been a different type of fusion. I mean, we see whenever there's a different style, there's a different form. So in theory, even if there's some demonic energy in there, it's got to be a different form from Gogeta and Vegeta.
go ahead, Brock.
It would have came back.
With the punishment for Degosu and Goma, I actually enjoyed that a lot. It was pretty funny. Plus, it was kind of cool how they brought back like the not really Mafubo wave, but like the Mafubo wave to seal them into the container. Yeah, that was pretty neat too.
Yeah. That was something that I had wanted to bring up. Do we think that the Mafuba comes from the Demon Realm? I mean, I'm pretty sure it was a Master Roshi thing, but I mean, if it was Kami, we can pretty much confirm the Mafuba comes straight from the Demon Realm.
Didn't he get it from Utaito?
Yeah, it was Roshi's master who I think came up with it.
But I mean, I guess there's no specific, like, I don't know if it originated from Utaito or if it was before him even.
Who came up with the Mafuba?
Yeah, pull it up, Jamie.
Shush. Yeah, Master Mutaito.
So, I mean, that's where we've known it to originate from, but since we've seen it, like, in a different... I don't know. I mean, it could have made its way back to the Demon Realm, potentially, from Earth.
I feel like sealing isn't just a one-sided thing. So, like, both sides... Because, I mean, there was probably some kind of, like, free war we know nothing about versus light versus dark. I can see that being a thing. So, like, they'd have to have an option. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Oh, well, even when they brought it out, it seemed like Goku noticed it almost immediately as, like, the Mafuba. Or it seemed like somebody had a reaction that they were like, oh, that's... And then they got cut off or something.
The funny part to me was when Piccolo's like, oh, Goma didn't technically kill Dende, so we can lower their sentence to 99 years instead of 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
I liked that part because it was funny, but I also liked that Piccolo just naturally had that authority to just make that call, you know?
Yeah. Like, yes, Piccolo, we see the fit.
I'm also interested to see if Dende is going to rally the other Namekians to come back to the Demon Realm like he said he would.
Oh,
Or he
yeah.
said he would try.
Well,
You know, because, I mean, Neva's got to be pretty old, you know? Somebody's going to have to take that mantle.
I mean, fuck. See, that also messes with the timeline, because I don't know if y'all, like, do we know
Namekians
anything about the Moro arc? Is everyone kind of...
I know a little bit. Like,
I just saw the
I read a little
don't
bit.
know.
I know enough.
So in the beginning, they just go to New Namek, so I guess that would also... Like, it would either be that, like, Dende didn't get every Namekian over there, or none at all.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that
But
tying
also
in.
messes with the timeline, yeah. But, like...
Unless he just grabs, like, a couple of tribes. You know?
Yeah, which is also possible, but who knows? Maybe if Super ever gets animated again and it's the Moro arc, maybe they'll like tie it in. Could be.
Yeah.
I'd like to see something like that happen.
I think Super will be animated. Like, I feel like it was just too hype. Like, if they did end it here, they ended it with a bang. But this is honestly like some of the most gorgeous animation of Dragon Ball I've ever seen. So like, there's got to be more. Like when it ended, I was like, I know Brockstrap, I know you said you were sad that it ended. I was motivated for Super to be animated after I saw the ending. Like I can't wait
I was
for
just
Super.
having a good time. I was just having fun.
Like I said, I was very satisfied with it. Usually when a Dragon Ball season is over, I'm usually sitting here going like, that's how you fucking ended it. But with this one, I mean, you know, we had enough answers, everybody nicely, and I was 100% satisfied, to be perfectly honest. It does bring up like some questions as far as the timeline and all, but from what we saw in the show, I feel like everything ended beautifully.
You got
way
it.
better than the 5 seconds of ending from Super.
Yeah, like the we'll meet again.
Oh. Tournament of the Power's over. Bye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
You gotta watch the after credits, Hunter. Like I think that was a pretty satisfying ending. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm pretty upset with Marvel for starting that trend. It's really fucking aggravating.
Yeah, cause I kind of want to bring it up. I kind of don't since you're here. Like I don't want to spoil it for you.
I'll mute myself and go put it on right now.
All right. Let's see. So, Seven Ninja, Logan, what are your guys' feelings after Daima ended?
You can go 7 Ninja.
I mean, I'm assuming you want to talk about that scene. Is that what you're saying?
No. We'll wait till Hunter. Like, just how do you feel?
Okay.
Like, because like Brockstrap feels sad. I feel motivated. Like, what are your guys' feelings on, like, after it ended?
I mean, I feel like because of how like, there's too many questions. There's way too many questions now with the fact of Super Saiyan 4 and now with Dende and all that. I feel like we're gonna see more Dragon Ball, but I feel like Super ended with Gohan being Beast and fighting with his father and saying like, you know, I'm finally gonna take up the mantle of being the Guardian. I feel like that's where Super ended, and so now we're gonna have post Daima, which means that might be an entirely different timeline. And it's not the first time we've seen timelines in Dragon Ball, so I could deal with it. I think it makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, so for me, it's kind of sucks because, like, I don't know when the next time we're going to see Dragon Ball, you know, is. So, if it's anything like Super, where they're like, yep, tournament power's over. And then, you know, Goku's like, oh, where'd you bring out that form, da-da-da. And then it's like, oh, till we see you guys again. And that was like damn near 10 years ago, you know? So,
Yeah.
I don't really want to wait. I don't really want to wait 10 years again to see anything Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
See, yeah,
So-
that was my sadness with it, or my lamentation was just like, oh, okay, well, it's over. There's only 20 episodes, it's over, and they're like, okay, so now how long do I have to wait for more? Like, I feed me, right? More.
Yeah, like we're starving over here.
I'm excited. I'm excited only in one aspect, that I know that now that Daima is over, all my Dokkan battle units are gonna be more probably Daima themed, or we'll get some kind of. I'm looking forward to that Goku unit, but yeah, we'll see what happens going forward. I don't know. I don't want to. Just like Logan, I don't want to wait 10 years.
Yeah, I know. We've been starving for like 10 years. Like, yeah, sure, we've gotten a couple movies here and there, but like that's not enough. Like, I need more
what's gonna
Large.
happen. It's probably
Yeah,
what's
I
gonna
heard.
happen. It's more
Yeah, I heard
movies.
something about like Goten Trunks movie or something like that.
Yeah. That's true. Let's see. When did the superhero movie come out?
2022.
Dragon Ball superhero. Yeah, superhero. Yeah, 2022.
Yeah, 2022.
So apparently Daima was in production since 2019, and it came out in 2024. If I had to guess, there's probably gonna be a movie. There's probably gonna be a movie for us to watch in like a year or two from now, before, like, let's say Dragon Ball Super returns in the next year or two after that. So we got like a few years. All right,
that
so
sucked.
now that Hunter's back,
I'm back.
that scene
And
was
all I
absolutely
gotta
funny.
say is, oh yeah, we're gonna get Doinku versus Vegeta and Goku. Let's go!
Wait, what? Where'd you get that from?
Two of those motherfuckers. They got two of them fucking eyes left, motherfuckers.
Oh
We about to get
yeah.
some serious power-ups in this motherfucker, and there's only 2 motherfuckers that can handle it. Goku and Vegeta. I'm so ready for this.
That was so stupid, bro. I can't believe that shop had the eyes this whole time.
Fuck, no.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Like what? It went missing
Hey,
a
it's
long
way in the
time
third
ago,
demon world. I mean, these motherfuckers are, they don't even have access to most of the knowledge and that these other worlds have and shit. So it kind of makes sense to me. But I'm just extremely excited that there's now potentially 2 people as strong as how we just seen Goma fight. And we saw a Super Saiyan 4 transformation. It's canonized. In the manga, in the Mortal Arc, we're hitting Mastered Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego. I'm fucking pumped. I can't wait to see who gets these 2 eyes and how we gonna fight them.
Good theory. I like the theory.
I would just imagine that they bought the eyes and then destroyed them.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because they just went through a hard time. I mean, Goma kept raising in power. I could totally see it happen.
We're talking about Saiyans. When have they ever done something like that? All Cell had to say was, I can get stronger. And Vegeta was like, all right. Like, even Goku, like, he refuses to kill Frieza specifically so he can fight him again. Like,
you're forgetting about Glorio and Pansy. You're forgetting about Glorio and Pansy. They would still be playing a role there. Because they saw it too.
Yeah, Glorio and Pansy's gonna stick their eyes in their foreheads.
Sensu Bean X on YouTube is saying he doesn't know if Daima is canon, to be honest. Like, I think it is canon. I just don't know how they're gonna tie the 2 together. Seven Ninja says they might be 2 separate timelines. Brock, go ahead.
Didn't Goku get knocked out during the fight with Beerus in Super Saiyan 3?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So there could be potentially the chance that he never was able to get to 4. Like he had 4 available, but just he got knocked out before 4 was around.
Hey.
Potentially. And then when he got God Key, like that was assuming that stronger would never need 4, I guess. But I mean, he still used 3 in other instances as well in the Tournament of Power and stuff too. So like he was still showboating in basically all of his forms. I guess I kind of just disproved my own point.
Oh, I mean, well, hold on, because Beerus, before they started fighting, was already talking about Super Saiyan God. And Goku, like you said, if he never really got to Super Saiyan 4, if he needed that warm-up and didn't get it, well, when he got back to Earth, you might want to say, why didn't he just go Super Saiyan 4 and start fighting Beerus? But you could also say he was curious about this Super Saiyan God form and wanted to pretend like Super Saiyan 4 doesn't exist so he could try to figure out how to use this whole new form.
I can't think of any reason he would have actually used Super Saiyan 3 in the Tournament of Power, though. Like, viably, right? Like,
yeah, he was teaching Kefla.
So unless he was just kind of like showing off, then why wouldn't he have also shown off 4 as well if he had it?
Because he had already been in a bunch of fights. He probably didn't have the energy to bring that out at that point.
Well, to be fair, I also think that like when he was going against Beerus, he was like, he went to Super Saiyan 3 and like this is my final form. I'm pretty sure he's like stated like verbatim. So I don't know how they're gonna incorporate this, but I do think it's like canon, like it's been confirmed.
Yeah, since he was saying the same thing.
Yeah, he just said that exactly what you said, Logan. He said it's his last transformation in Super Saiyan 3.
It's still, you know, like I said, if the Super Saiyan 4 is a demon key transformation specific to Saiyans, then in our realm, we don't have enough demon key to draw from because we don't have the Ozaru form anymore. If you can look at the Ozaru form as a demon transformation, which I can easily see that being a thing, then if we don't have enough Demon Key to draw from in our realm, then we can't hit Super Saiyan 4 in our realm.
I feel like this might be a thing that Logan might want. I feel like the Demon Key energy is what maybe applied that red amp. It kind of reminds me of the red that Gogeta had in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And so maybe the black hair is inside the light-sided area.
Yeah,
You know,
like
like-
I was saying.
Is on the light side of what?
Like the light-sided area, he doesn't have the Demon Key amp in this situation. So like he's that black hair is when he's like inside of a light-sided area and he goes 4. Versus if he's in a
Are you saying kind of like Ultra Instinct versus Mastered Ultra Instinct?
yeah, like it's like
it's
an
there, but it's not all the way there.
yeah.
I thought you
I
were
can see
talking
it.
about like if they're in the Daima world, they get the red hair, but if they're in the mortal world, they get the black hair.
The red hair that he has now is pretty similar to the Super Dragon Ball Hero Limit Breaker form.
Oh, true.
That's beyond
Pull
my
it up, Jamie.
knowledge. You pull it
It's
up.
fire.
Dragon Ball Heroes.
So
Limit
while you're
Breaker.
doing that, going back to what I was saying about the Ozaru form being more Demon Key than our world's key, this Super Saiyan 4 that we see has, like I said, it's much bigger forearms as well, which is more of an ape thing as well. And so that kind of adds to what I was saying. But if we in GT see the red fur, but we don't see red hair, we see black hair, well, we're tapping in enough to pull off a transformation. It's just not a fully Demon Key Super Saiyan 4 transformation versus when we see Gogeta do it, it's Goku and Vegeta's Demon Key coming in there, and so we get the red hair. That's how I would explain it.
Limit Breaker. All right, I could definitely see Limit Breaker.
No. I fucking love Dragon Ball Heroes. I love it. That shit's great.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
One part I thought was really funny was at the end when Bulma finds the bugs. It was like, oh wow, so pretty. Turns around, ugh, and then like the shop was like,
Yeah,
the shop
10
lady was
years.
like, oh yeah, this one makes you de-age 10 years. I'll take 10. Like it's
Yeah.
classic.
The whole book.
But we know
We
we know she didn't buy them. We know she didn't actually buy them because in the superhero movie, she's constantly summoning Shenron for plastic
Yeah.
surgery. And
This is
I like
it's another timeline. It's another reason right there.
Or it could just be that bitch was lying.
It was either that or what?
That bitch was lying.
oh,
Oh,
so you're saying she was summoning Shenron for other things?
No,
like
the
the
shore.
shopkeeper.
Yeah, the shopkeeper was lying.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes
She's just
sense.
trying to
Also-
sell some product.
While we're on the topic of Bulma, I'm wondering how Capsule Corp is gonna evolve with all those green gems that she got from
Mm-hmm.
what was that little girl's name? Pansy.
And
Oh yeah.
Ah.
The recovery bugs work, so that's not, you wouldn't think that all the other ones would work too.
And the tertiary eye that she sold to Abura.
Yeah.
If that even happened, she could have been lying about that, maybe.
That thing was dusted up though. It was pretty dusty. So I mean,
Been
I
sitting
can
there for a
believe it.
while. And if you don't know about the third eye, like when the dude, when he found it, he was just like, oh, this looks cool, and he's from the third demon world. This is in the third demon world. So if you don't already have knowledge of it, you're just looking at these eyes in a jar going, I don't even know what this is, I'm not gonna buy it.
oh,
You know?
Ibis.
Right.
Plus, most people, they don't have, like in that world, they didn't have like frivolous money to spend. Most of them were, you know, I mean, that other guy was a king, and he was because he was a fucking mob boss. He didn't even have a lot of money.
Sedan.
So, Right. Pansy's dad, yeah.
Yeah, Kinkadan.
All right, guys, let's get into the end of the hour. Final thoughts on the Dragon Ball Daima ending, and then we can close it out. Let's see. Let's start with Logan, and then Brockstrap, 7 Ninja, and Hunter.
So, I think it was a little anticlimactic, but at the same time, you gotta remember that this is like Kira's last work, and it's more Dragon Ball than Z. So, I'll give it a pass. I don't like the fact that Goku said he had already acquired it. I think that really is like kind of iffy. But I think it was more of like a... Yeah, I think it was more of like just a troll moment. I don't really think it was like, yeah, this is like how it is. But other than that, I thought it ended really well. I had fun throughout the series, and I'll be there in 10 years when Super comes out. So.
I'll give it 2 to 4 years before Super comes out. Go ahead, Brock.
See you, Charm City. No, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was charming. The whole series is, it's had action packed. It's had comedy. I think it's just like the combination of it all. I think it's just a charming series. So like, I thought it was, even if it might have been anticlimactic, I love that it was Ku that got the win. It's just a lot of things that you wouldn't think would happened, and a lot of stuff you're like, oh, I'm ready for this, and it didn't, like, kind of let you down a little bit. But you know, it's just it was a good series all in all. 20-minute episodes. I wish it were a bit longer. And again, I'm sad that it's done and we'll have to wait. But I really liked it. It's bingeable. It's very bingeable. I'm sure I'll be watching
it. Really is, yeah.
Quite a few more times. And like the full capacity. Multiple times. I don't know. I'm just because of this series now too, being the way it is, I'm actually trying to give GT a second chance. So I'm watching that with my kid right now, actually, if you believe it. So part of what I think I hated about GT when it was out was just like waiting week to week and not being really impressed with a lot. But if I binge it, maybe it's a whole different thing. But yeah, it's all good. I liked it a lot.
Cool Sauce, you're gonna watch with your kid? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, GT, he's the one picking it up. Like, I have Crunchyroll, and we have an account for him, and he's watching all the Dragon Ball stuff. He's watching all the movies, but of everything that was out there, he picked GT up. I'm like, that's weird, but okay, I guess. Opportunity to hang out with my kid watching something that maybe I should give a second chance. So I don't know.
I was really just messing with Cold Sauce a second ago, but yeah, that's really good. That's really good.
You said, am I going to watch GT with my kid? And I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I've never met any of my kids. I don't know if I have any. I'm sure they're out there. You know, I don't be pulling out. But
oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen,
never got a letter.
It's crazy.
I don't know what I was expecting from Hunter, but I shouldn't have been surprised.
You were surprised. Brockstrap had said something a while back about Daima. He was saying that don't take it like Dragon Ball Z or Super. And, you know, he was right. 100% he was right. When I decided to do that, you know, I stopped taking the stakes so seriously. You know, I was seeing like how comedy-ish it was, how Dragon Ball-ish it is. And I was like, you know what? I enjoyed it. You know, even with the ending, I was like, you know what? It's been very much like this through the whole series. Like, if they would have made it where Goku had some real stakes, I would have been like, all right, never mind. But it's always been this way. So, I enjoyed it for what it was. I liked it. I'd give it a 9.
Alrighty, Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, I said it earlier, and I'm saying it again. I'm 100% satisfied with it. mostly because of exactly what Ninja said. Also because of the best animation of any anime we've ever watched, ever. It's not a perfect 10 out of 10. You know, it's not Den to Den, but it was up there with. I'll put it above a lot of other Dragon Ball shows that we've seen. I loved it. It was my first ever satisfying ending to a Dragon Ball series. So, you know, that says a lot. The whole show itself, there was a lot of parts where I'm like, you fucking idiots! Just do the fucking thing, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, it's more for the fun of watching it than the action and storyline. And it's exactly what it was supposed to be, and it did a great job doing it. I loved it.
All right. So like when I started watching Dragon Ball, I started with Z, probably like many of you guys. Non-stop action, crazy fights here or there. Like, not here or there, all over the place. And then probably you backtrack to Dragon Ball, and you're like, whoa, what the hell? This is a way different vibe. But like, you know, the big Dragon Ball Z fans we still stuck with it, you know, and we probably loved it as well. I know Super, like when looking at it from an outside perspective, it can look pretty trash. From a Dragon Ball fanatic like myself, I can say like it is kind of trash, but I still love it because it's Dragon Ball. It was new shit when it came out. Like, I'm gonna watch it because it's Dragon Ball Daima. Like, you know, with all the Dragon Ball up to Dragon Ball Super knowledge, Dragon Ball Daima, like, I didn't look at it as Dragon Ball Z. I just kind of looked at it for its own little thing. But like, I kind of saw hints of Dragon Ball, more Dragon Ball with hints of Dragon Ball Z with the fights and stuff. So like, all in all, I love the damn show. Like my objective rating for it is a 9 out of 10. My personal rating for it is a perfect 10 out of 10. Absolutely amazing, like, animation throughout the fight scenes. Kind of a slow build up, but hey, fuck it, you know, like the fucking Kamehameha, the reanimated lightning to the fist, all of it was so gorgeous. Like, I can't believe like this is what I felt Super should have been, like, in terms of like animation. Like, so if they keep this up and when they start reanimating Super, I hope they keep it up like in this style. So it just motivates me, like, cause like when I like thought of like Super returning, I was like, is it gonna be like trash in the beginning like it was, you know? But then like when they brought this one out, it's like top-notch animation from the jump. The reanimated Boo fight, you know, like, I was like, okay, you know what? If you're gonna keep this up, I can't wait for Super to come out now. Like, I'm like actually like excited for when Super returns, you know, if it returns. I'm hoping it does. I can't see Super not returning, you know. Like, there's too much money in this. Like Toyotaro is the new head now. Like, rest in peace, Toriyama's like died, you know. So they can't like just name him and him not to come out with some new shows, you know. That doesn't make sense to me. But love it. I'm not sad that it ended. I'm actually happy, like how it ended, like how everything went. Loved it completely. In Daima, they fixed Goku's scoliosis. What the fuck? Goku had a fucked up back.
In Super,
I
it's
have
like the
one more
most
thing
like
to say.
it's like you draw a line in the middle of Goku, and like it's really uneven. And like the Super, if you look up Dragon Ball Super, it's like that Goku.
Oh, okay. Let me see. I'm gonna look this up. Hunter, you said you had something?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up Akira Toriyama. One thing I should have said earlier is that it warms my heart to be able to see that Akira Toriyama, before his passing, was able to give us a Dragon Ball that he wanted. Because, you know, we all remember hearing things like every time he would do an interview with Z, he was always given like some off the top of his head answer, and he always said, you know, I wanted to end it right here, and I didn't want to do this like this. And, you know, he finally got to give us one last, like, this is what I want, this is my art, and this is, you know, my last work. And it came out beautifully, and I love that. I loved it. I love that he was able to give us what he wanted. So
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yep, for sure.
Alrighty, peeps. This is the ending of the Great Nimbus Debates podcast. So let's close out with plug your socials, re-announce your announcements if you have any, and hey Jamie over there, what's the outro question?
What is your favorite part in Daima?
Okay. Let's see. I don't remember who started first. We'll start with Logan first, and then Brock, 7 Ninja, then Hunter.
How's it going, guys? My name's Logan. You can find me at the GUZXman_FL on pretty much anything, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram even. Probably going to be uploading my last couple of Daima reactions. Probably before was it today, Sunday? Ooh, probably like Tuesday. I was going to say Monday, but Tuesday. Probably going to do a modded Elden Ring playthrough, so watch out for that as well. But yeah, my favorite part of the Daima was actually when Goku was going through all the forms. I thought that shit was sick. The animation was so clean. Also, when Goku threw off his shirt, and just I was like, oh my god, that's my goal right there. But yeah, so I also didn't rate Daima. I would give it an 8.5.
Alrighty, Brock Strap, take it away.
Brockstrap55, anywhere you can find me. Usually YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, and sometimes Twitch. Gonna upload some more Pokemon stuff. I'm just cutting through a lot of what Squall and I have already done together on our Tuesday stream, and just kind of putting it in video segments. That way it's easier to digest, I guess. And hopefully I'll get a little bit better about posting them consistently. But yeah, favorite part of Daima. Man, there was probably when Dew went Super Saiyan 3 as well. Mm-hmm. It was just funny. I enjoyed it a lot. It's like it's cool when cool things are happening, but I can also laugh at it as well. So yeah, rating I'd probably give it about an 8 out of 10. It's good. It's one that you can. I feel like this would be the series that you could bring your child into watching Dragon Ball too. So.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, 7 Ninja.
7 Ninja 7. You can find me at Game Jolt MeWe and Rumble. She leads you right back to my Rumble channel. I'm a ninja and anime connoisseur. Enjoy all things anime except for Yaoi and Yuri. My favorite part has to be I don't know if you guys remember. I think this was episode 17, but it's when they were having that war, and everyone from the 3rd and 2nd Demon World showed up to fight that world war against Goma. So I thoroughly enjoyed seeing everyone play a part there, and it wasn't just Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo. Vegeta sucks.
Okay, Ninja. All right, y'all. The secret code sauce. You can't find me because not even the cops can find me. My favorite part. I mean, do I even have to say it? Y'all all know what I'm about to say. Vegeta hitting Super Saiyan 3. Come on now. That was the best fight in the whole show. They had some cool shit happening, but Vegeta fucked that boy up like he was a pussy. That shit was amazing.
Which one did you prefer, adult or kid?
Wrong.
The fight itself, Kid Vegeta versus the Tagamani.
Gotcha.
Anyway.
Hold on, I gotta play a soundboard for that fucking pronunciation.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Anyways, so I am SquallRush, gamer, anime nerd, podcaster. Got the link tree, couple link trees actually. The first link tree has all my main platforms where I'm on. Second one is the backup accounts, just backup YouTube's, about one backup TikTok. Let's see. I just got some Sparking Zero Nuzlocke videos that I'm editing coming out. And since I streamed Pokemon TCG Pocket last night, I'm gonna download the video and make some edited videos of that, some decks I made. So be on the lookout for that. Let's see. Senzu Bean said, I love the part when Vegeta stopped fighting Goma because Bulma. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I actually got like 3 top moments. First one.
I get it, man.
The first one was Vegeta. Like, it's not my top moment, but Vegeta turning Super Saiyan 3 was pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie, for the first time. Second one was Vegeta rushing back because Bulma wouldn't take a bath. That's when we found out that Vegeta's a little bitch boy. Take it, Hunter.
Only one taking it is Bulma.
And then the last one, my top moment is the Goku Kamehameha with the blue sparkles. That was new and fucking amazing. And that's pretty much it for not Sense Talks. That's pretty much it for the Great Nimbus Debates podcast, the Dragon Ball Z podcast. We'll be back in 2 weeks if you guys are interested in this sort of stuff. This Wednesday is Sensu Talks podcast, and next Sunday is the Nerding Out podcast, where we are doing Goblin Slayer, a video game and a pondering topic of some sort next Sunday. So if you guys are interested in that, check that out. If not, you're interested in Dragon Ball Z only, no worries. 2 weeks on Sunday. It's 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. So thank all the viewers for being here. Thank the panel for being here. See one last chat. Every time Vegeta gets a new transformation, Goku gets a better one. Alright.
Where was Gohan? Oh my god.
Yeah, where was he?
For real.
Gohan was where he belonged, off screen.
Damn.
Alrighty, peeps. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Have a good night, y'all.